A lot of my painting is about movement. I really gravitated to the circle, and from the circle came the atom. It's like the center of everything, the universe, our biology, all of it. The atom is constantly in motion. We're introducing activewear. It's the best way I can represent with Uniqlo.
Good afternoon, esports fans. Welcome to Campus Legends Season 3, Day Number 2, Mobile Legends Bang Bang competition brought to you by SCOGA and Esports Academy. I'm Physicast, and with me, my partner in crime, Jace. We will be your casters for today. So whatever you guys are having for lunch, have it with you. Join us because we will be bringing you some exciting games here today. Not on a normal Sunday, but Sunday, Father's Day. So to all fathers out there, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, of course, to Dad that's watching this stream, I hope he is. I haven't sent him the link yet, but I do hope that people who knows my dad do send him the link. Same goes to Physicast's dad as well. Hey, Dad, I'm on TV.
Yep, and if you dads are watching this together with your kids, I would say parenting done right. So, Jace, how are you feeling today, buddy?
Extremely excited. This is day number 2. We'll be watching Group B in terms of Campus Legends Season 3. We're still currently in stage number 2. Not the most crucial stage as of yet, but this also shows, you can start to see some sort of power rankings starting to form because yesterday, it was, not yesterday, but the last week, it was such a banger in Group A, but now extremely excited going into Group B because coming up next in the matches is SIM versus NTU, and they are the defending champions in terms of first runner-up, second runner-up last year during Season 2.
Yep, and I believe it's going to be an exciting one, especially off the bat, because this can be like a revenge match, if you will.
Yeah, speaking about revenge match, there's a lot of this on the table, right? It's technically both of these are tertiary education. Yes, they're university. There's definitely some rivalry there, right, between SIM and NTU. Definitely SIM wants to get back at NTU, putting them down all the way to second runner-up.
Yep.
But don't hold your horses yet. Don't hold on to your horses yet. Don't hold on to your horses. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Hold on to your horses and whatever lunch you're having right now because this is just the group stage. It's not like crucial yet. Maybe NTU wants to keep more strategies up their sleeves. Who knows?
Exactly. And not to forgetting, it's a new season right now.
Yep, that's right.
So new season, which means some heroes will be revamped,
Oh, yes.
buff, and nerf.
Oh, no.
So I don't mind having like an alpha offlaner.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha Offlaner is pretty strategic against a Glue because Glue has been wreaking havoc during MSC as an offlaner, right? He has decent regen, he can tank, is also a viable pick if you want to start picking heroes off. So definitely Alpha will be there to kind of equalize the odds. And don't forget, we are casting the new patch.
Yeah.
My boy, everything changes. And, I was talking to some of the pro players, right? They're saying, oh, yeah, this is actually almost the same. But you can expect some of the junglers to have their power spikes even faster.
Yep, especially the UI as well. It's super beautiful.
Yes. Yes, the customization of the UI is extremely beautiful. You know, you talked about how you can adjust the transparency. I'm a very simple person. I like it sleek, simple, and nice. And looking at this set, wow, it's super sleek and simple this time around.
Yep, and speaking about super nice, look at us.
Yep, that's
We
right.
have been decked out by Uniqlo as one of our active lifewear partners.
That's right.
So huge thank you to Uniqlo.
Yep.
And as well as PC partner, Legion by Lenovo. I like the ad saying that it's stylish outside, but a savage on the inside. I don't mind having this as a Father's Day present at home.
Hey, can we get this? How many casters has tried to claim for this laptop already? Anyways, of course, not to forget our academic partners, Kaplan University and Murdoch University. As you can see, Murdoch University, their mascots is currently in Fizikast's hand. I feel like he's already found a already good co-caster. Try tickling it. Maybe he will talk.
Well, if this guy talks, I will just leave straight away.
Oh no, that means that the education is really good. But of course, not to forget, Campus Legends Season 3 is organized by SCOGA, Singapore Cyber Sports and Online Gaming Association, and the Esports Academy.
All right, and not forgetting venue partner, Hatton Land. So thank you for that. And let's check with the tiny voices in my head. Is the first team ready? SIM and NTU.
I think, you know what, let's just allow them to hop into the lobby. But of course, you know, anything that caught your attention during the past Campus Legends matches as well in Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Okay, not so much for Campus Legends. This is my first time casting for Campus Legends.
Oh,
but
yes,
what I
nice.
do...
Welcome.
Yep, thank you so much. So what I do realize is actually Kufra.
Mm.
Kufra has been a major popular pick
It
towards the
is.
end of the season just because of the high percentage picks of Dash heroes like Benedetta, Granger, YSS. So having Kufra in your side would definitely help your team composition.
Definitely, and of course, during MSC, we saw a resurgence, no pun intended, guys, a resurgence in terms of these dash-heavy heroes, such as not only just what you mentioned, right? The Harif has been one of the most picked heroes during MSC, and also with decent high win rate as well. And not only that, there's also like, you know, Esmeralda if you want to try to counter, and of course, there's a lot of dash Link as well, not to mention.
Yes.
So these heroes relies a lot on dashes, right? The Kufra is there, and with the bouncing ball will make sure that they, you know, stay in place, stay humble, and just stay down, basically. So you can see back then, I remember a period of time during like last year, during the early days of 2021, right? We see a lot of double supports, especially during the MPLs.
Yes.
You see a lot of Angela and well as even the Chang'e as well, or even Angela and Rafaela, both, or Estes and Rafaela, if you want to double down on the region, right?
Yes.
You see a lot of this hopping around in terms of the picks and drafts. But I think during MSC, you see the slight pivoting away towards back to the original tank meta as well. And not to forget, Glue has come back
Yep.
in terms of the tank, in terms of the Paquito as well as the tank. So
Yep.
you can see more tanks starting to appear, like more true tanks. It's not like the double support meta anymore.
But what is true is that it is still the similar composition with 1-3-1 towards throughout the whole map.
Ooh.
Now let's talk about. I will not say it's a weird meta, but it's unique. The Bane meta.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I've seen some gameplays, but I don't think I've seen any gameplays in the professional league.
Actually, MPL PH, right? They especially from the side of Execration. Execration, if I'm not mistaken. They pulled out the Bane and Faramir Selena Wombat combo. They split push like mad on the side lanes, but I think Evol's Lynx, another esport pro team from Indonesia. I think it's a pure female team. They actually kind of know how to defend it already. So not too sure whether our players in Campus Legends will be able to pick that up. But I mean, we are playing in Campus Legends. We are talking about, you know, the Singaporean meta, where we talk about a lot of marksman heavy picks. But if, I don't know, one of these teams decide to toss a spanner into the gears, well, they can pick an assassin core.
Yep, that's true. I've also seen the Johnson combo. So just Johnson and Bane. Yeah. So just Johnson and Bane just racking in the EXP lane. So that can happen as well. Now, when we talk about Campus Legends, right? Like there's some off-meta picks, if you will, right? This is where it happens.
Yes.
Tertiary level.
Yes.
Right? Just to name a few, that this is where players start to turn pro. Like to name a few, like I think someone starts in the tertiary level, like Soul from EVOS. He started during national service. We have, for example, Fenrir. in the tertiary level in Korea as well.
Yep.
So this is it. This is the future of esports in terms of Singapore. So if it's the light at the end of the tunnel, it just gets brighter.
Yeah, of course, and you got to have huge props over the Campus Legends, right? Not
Yep.
only just providing, opportunity for these young talents to, try their thumbs
Yep.
in terms of being a pro player as well. I am not surprised if any of these headhunters from these esports team in Singapore, right, are actively looking for young players in Campus Legends. I'm not surprised
Yep.
because this is where the hunting grounds is here, and not only just the pro players as well. It's also about the talents behind the scene in terms of casters as well and Physicage. I always keep calling you Physicage by accident. Physicast here is also kind of new in terms of the casting scene.
Yep.
And of course, you've seen Gobsty and Raiko yesterday for the League of Legends as well. Gobsty is a new talent. That one I can confirm. He's kind of new. He's kind of young as well. Starting to pop off in the casting scene. So I'm actually very happy for all these new faces coming in. And I casted for season 2 of Campus Legends alone. Sadly, Abstract came in a little bit too late, unfortunately. But I mean, it's very happy to have this sort of platform for every one of the youngsters out there who wants to try out their mettle in the esports industry to come in and then just pop off.
Exactly, and just to what do you call this? Support you on that one. It's like real life, like the pro players, right? It's like Campus Legend is like the pool of heroes. I'm gonna draft this guy. He's good. So no other teams can draft him. So it's like Mobile Legends Bang Bang, real world manipulation.
Oh wow, that pun. But you gotta admit though, like it's really important, and just what I like, right? It's like a real taste of real life esports.
Yeah.
And that's what Campus Legends is providing to all our tertiary students. And I'm also excited because there's a lot of spotlight being shown on esports right now. You talked about other tournaments happening around Singapore as well. And of course, Campus Legends has been going on 3 years solid. This is the 3rd year already. I'm super excited. I've seen very good players coming up from Campus Legends. Just to name a few, if I'm right off the top of my head, I was actually sharing a Physicasts, Brett, Fright Pigeon, and I remember there's another one, I can't remember. But these are the players that are really strong. And if I'm not mistaken, some are actually being headhunted for.
All right. Okay, now we are into the draft lobby. The first game, the first series of today. We have NTU on the left side against SIM on the right. So it's going to be a 3 banning. So we're going to go into the first banning phase. NTU, let's see where they're going to go. Zilong.
Okay, a bit of an unorthodox ban. I mean, you mentioned this, right? This is the place where unorthodox ban gets tossed into the pool. Take a look at SIM. They ban away the Eve, and then NTU proceeds to ban away the Zask. Unorthodox ban all throughout. Don't forget, this is only 3 bans. It's not 5 bans, so you gotta be careful and not to waste away that banning slot.
Exactly. Now that you have Zilong, Zaz, and Eve. Okay, Eve and Matilda is pretty much a priority bans, right? So now you open up Benedetta, you open up Granger, you open up Paquito. Let's see who's going to be the first pick on the side of NTU. Will they be going for the first lockdown hero with Cho? Is this a good pick?
We don't really talk about all of us, but Selena, a good pick because of the traps. And it opens up to quite a weird strats because you do allow the arrival to land on top of the traps, and then you can, split push. So, we're talking about the Faramis split push. Maybe NTU will give it a good show.
Okay.
Over to the side of SIM, they're going to go for the Paquito and the Diggy. Now, we've seen that Diggy, right? Of course, the clan name calls Burp. Diggy, But, this Diggy could be a feeding Diggy. It could be a support Diggy because in the last MSC, Blacklist International, they use it to support the bottom side. It became a 1-2-2 kind of matchup, so not too sure how it's going to be done. So NTU, right, they'll be picking up that Joehead, one of the priority picks, and this Ruby has been popping off in TikTok for some weird reason. I've got no idea why. And it's going to be a lockdown. For NTU side, they're looking very solid. They have, one tank, one mage roaming in the mid lane already, and focusing a lot in the early game. The Joehead and the Selena love to tag team like crazy, so we expect to see a lot there. Ruby will be going to the side lanes instead. Now, over to the SIM. They already have a feeding Diggy. We shall see what they're going to pick next.
Your team
Hylos.
is banning.
Okay, so they secured the tank for the team. And let's see what's going to be the final ban for SIM. They can ban actually a hyper hero?
They have to ban all the hyper heroes. The Ranger is very well should be banned. Granger will be able to pop off very quickly if you want to pick a Diggy
Your team
feeder, but
is
instead
banning.
they're going to go for the Link. I think there's a bit of respect ban coming in. We talked about, you know, how just in case if NTU want to toss a bit of a weirdness into the draft,
Yep.
they might pick an Assassin. So, you know, SIM banning away Assassin means that they're also looking for immobile cores as well, so
Yep.
that's something that we can look at. But NTU banning away Franco, wow, unorthodox picks.
Yep.
I feel like the Book of Strats is just like useless. Let's just close this off.
And I seriously think this is a respect ban coming in. Like what we mentioned before, this is a revenge game. Like first runner up, second runner up. So I think that's the reason why Zilong is out, Zaz is out. And let's see, SIM, who are they going to pick here? They can actually secure their first hyper hero.
Yep, NTU they missed that Q. The Granger is wide open. They could have banned it away. Now Granger, SIM get kind of picked out in a very early game draft, right? You have a Granger, you have a Paquito. These two heroes, they pop up in the early game. Whereas on the side of NTU though, they lock in the Lunox, will be able to burst anyone from the side of SIM down. You pair it up against like a Paquito. Paquito I don't think will stand any chance once they hit level 4. But there's a brief small little window between level 1 and level 4 where the Paquito will be able to pop. Now NTU picked up the carry, a response over to that high loss.
Okay, but is it a good pick though, like carry? I mean, if you have super tanky heroes, like two tanky heroes, like for example, you have a Hylos and probably you have another tank or another Tamus, for example, at the side, which makes sense, but is this okay, this carry?
Personally, I don't like it. Not only just the fact that, you know, SIM is now going to pick someone that's a little bit more squishy, but high loss is something that I feel like NTU is giving a lot of respect on. But that carry is going to take a longer time to pop off. The Diggy right here from the side of SIM, this could be a feeding Diggy. Now, if this feeding Diggy is going to invade NTU like mad, that carry will be set like, you know, 5 minutes more. Usually a carry will pop off around like 12 minutes or 30 minutes around the late game. But because of that Diggy, you're going to have to add 5 minutes more on top of that timer.
Yep, that's kind of true. So, based on the draft alone, SIM, NTU, who are you looking? Who do you think have the better advantage?
Personally, I feel like it is going to be the side of SIM. Like they do have the Grandeur, and they do have the early game draft. Whereas if they were to drag this game a little bit too long, I don't really see any form of late game answers except for that Lilia, and Paquito will fall off in the late game. The only way that Paquito will be able to do anything is to split push.
All right, so this is it, esports fans. Mobile Legends Bang Bang, first game of the series for today, NTU against SIM, and both teams are going to go with the similar strategy 1-3-1 composition. So I don't foresee any huge fight happening before the first turtle spawn. So Jace, what are both teams planning to do right here?
A bit of a cheeky invade coming out from the side of NTU. Now Paquito is a little bit stuck. They're not too sure what to do, but if you put two members right there, the NTU side is hard invading, right? SIM though, they're not responding anything. We talked about the feeding Diggy coming in, right?
Yep.
That's not a very aggressive Diggy at all, so that's something to look out for. We talked about how the Diggy from the SIM should be able to be there to basically like deny, but Daniel coming in, looking for ejectors.
All right, ejectors has been hit, and look at that flicker trying to escape from the onslaught coming in from SIM. The Granger, especially in the early game, is super aggressive, and the power spike is super well done for Granger at the beginning. So they're trying to invade the purple buff coming in. Carry securing the kill on high lows, and we will see NTU securing that purple buff, stealing that one. So it's going to be 1-for-0 trade-off on the side of, it's 2-for-0 trade-off on the side of NTU.
Yep, Air has been landing those crucial episode arrow in there. That is the winning condition coming up of NTU. And pack it out with the ejector, right? There's a lot of CCs that SIM did not respect because of that small little team fight enough man, but it seems like NTU gonna go in for a turret dive.
There was a nice ejector by Jawhead, but Flick has been used by Paquito trying to escape that 3v3 now in the bottom lane. Granger is there, Carry is there. They're gonna start to dive in. Hylos, they're looking for Hylos with that spinning light wheel on Carry, but Abyssal Arrow misses on Hylos, so both teams are gonna reset here.
I mean, the damage has been done from the side for NTU, right? You push off the bottom wave and then you rotate over to the turtle. So NTU, their aggression has paid off. The wombo combo coming out of the Jawhead and the Selena has paid off tremendously. NTU, I feel like SIM just disrespected NTU quite a lot in the early game. They thought that they had the early game advantage, but no. NTU that carry is going to come online. I said 12 minutes, right?
Yep.
Let me change that. That's going to come online even faster right now, maybe even 10 because of the gold lead. They took down the turtle, and of course, you give 1 kill over.
Yep, 4v1 in the bottom. Paquito has been harassed since the beginning of the game. He's using his, trying to escape with that dash, but Carry securing the kill on Paquito. So 1-0 trade-off. That's a huge fight coming in on the bottom side. Paquito nowhere to be found.
Yeah, now the Diggy has been staying in the mid lane for way too long. That Diggy hasn't been very important, but now he's going to get Selena arrow right there. The Law and Order will be there to make sure that Air doesn't engage. But truth to be told, Air on that Selena is extremely nutty.
Yep, it's going to be 2v2. Jawhead looking for Diggy, using his ejector. Selena trying to clean up that, but Time Journey has been used by Diggy trying to escape. But Hylo's Glorious Pathway has been activated, trying to escape rather than engage it. But here comes Granger, the mid laner for SIM, trying to be aggressive, trying to secure the kill on Jawhead. But no, Lunox trying to go in the back lane, but Hylos securing the kill for himself.
Yeah, I think Darwin was greedy. Darwin was way too greedy. Popping the ultimate, going in, overestimating himself as a Lunox. I feel like he tried to do the brightening and the darkening, that sort of a wombo combo. I seen Soul using it during the last thing, but I feel like the reason why NTU has been so aggressive at the bottom lane is because the Ruby is going to have a hard time against the Paquito. You can see how much damage and how much Pi has been actually respecting uTorrent so much at the bottom lane. So very wise choice and wise rotation coming up from the side of NTU. Now, Turtle will be spawning in 12 seconds. I feel like NTU is trying to pick up the top side and then almost immediately rotate to the bottom side.
Yep, Lunox, 3v1. Here comes the Brilliance. Can she pop the Darkening? I don't think she's going to go for it. Depth Sonata has been engaged, but so far no kills as of yet on the Lunox for Granger.
uTorrent will be jumping in, the knockout punch, 1-2 coming in, Pi sustaining as much as he can, Has Claws will be built, Let Me Win chasing under. I feel like NTU, they're just going to come in, they're going to go into the turret dive.
3v1, there was a nice ejector and securing the kill. Carry with that basic attack. So they're going to secure this T1 turret up the bottom and probably securing the second turtle as well.
Yeah, I don't really like Mew right now, right? It's just the fact that the Diggy is not popping out, but here comes another team fight.
Another ejector. That was a well-timed ejector and securing the kill there. Ruby, 1-0 trade-off on the side of NTU. And we look at the scores, it's 6-3. And it seems like Carry will secure the second turtle of the game.
Oh, you allowed Carry building up the Endless Battle at the bottom side. He built into the magic resistance boots, not only to actually... There's not a lot of magic damage coming out from the side of SIM, but that's more of the reduced time on top of CC, so Carry is going to be reliant on that. He's going to build into either the Windtalker or any other item as well, but here we go. The Episode Arrow will miss a little bit, but I think SIM Glorious Pathway will be landed down.
Alright, Granger there with the Rhapsody, and there go the Depth Sonata securing the kill on his own on Daniel. So they're trying to get Darwin with that Lunox, but seems like they don't want to get ambushed, so both teams are going to reset at this point of time.
Yeah, NTU, I felt like they're playing with their food right now. Like, you have a very open bottom side. You can see how Pi 4 is actually rotating towards the top. Now, Paquito, if he rotates to the top in response, that's going to give NTU a lot of space at the bottom side. Now, NTU can try to sneak past them in the bottom lane, but take a look at the gold lead. The longer Paquito leaves lane, right, the more gold deficit that SRM will build. Now, NTU, I feel like the aggression is coming through. They're trying to engage on the top side.
Yep, seems like we are going to focus here on the top. Lilia is alone up top.
Sylvan, I feel like you mix up Lilia and Sylvana, but
Yep.
Here comes the ultimate coming out from the Obito as well.
That was a nice Granger. They're trying to support Lilia, but T1 turret goes down. Dev Sonata has been engaged, securing the kill on Lunox. Nice ejector in the turret as well, but double kill securing on the carry. That is huge on the side of SIM, but look at High Loss trapping Jawhead and Lilia securing the kill. Look at Selena don't. Is she going to engage here? This is not a good idea. She saw that coming, so she's going to reset. That's a huge win for SIM.
Yeah, huge win. Just take a look at the gold lead. Has slowly equalizes because of that one team fight. NTU made a grave mistake on the top side. They take down the turret. but they bit off more than they could chew, right? Coming in, but Air will be able to catch Grandeur a little bit. Oh, the shutdown coming in from the side of Air. NTU, they're not gonna allow SIM to basically come all the way back.
Yep, nice ejector there by Jawhead, trying to get the Diggy, but Hylos is there to support his teammate. So Selena is going to disengage because Carry is not there to join the team fight.
Yeah, so great respects coming out from the side of NTU, but they're already setting up the turtle.
Nice, that was a nice I'm offended from Ruby. Look at Diggy trying to escape, and Hylos as well at 10% life, but Paquito securing the kill. There you go, he's trying to catch Jawhead, but Jawhead saw that and just escaped. So not too bad, 1-for-1 trade-off for both teams.
Not only that, the fact that NTU took down the turtle, they take the mid lane turret as well. SIM is losing in terms of the macro play. U-Torrent is trying to do as much damage as possible coming in, but he's been hitting all the time. But take a look at the sustain coming out from Pi4.
There you go, Glorious Power has been laid down trying to get that Ruby, but Ruby manages to escape from that team onslaught. So both teams at here in the middle lane, I think that both teams are gonna reset at this point of time.
Yeah, I feel like NTU have to. Their aggression has started to bore a little bit of a bad fruit, right? It's starting to get a little bit rotten right now. NTU's aggression had paid off in the early game, but towards the mid-game right now, SIM slowly climbing back. Now, you gotta admit, the high loss has been vital in most of the team side. As long as you lay down a glorious pathway in the correct direction. Now, note, it's the correct direction.
Yep.
The decision-making from this high loss must be on point.
All right, here comes Lunox trying to pop the Brilliance. He can't escape that at all. 3v1 with that Law and Order. Stunning. Lunox and Granger coming in with the kill. Okay. All right, here 3v1 up in the bottom. They want to secure this T2 turret up the bottom so bad. It goes down. Now it's going to be 3v2. Will they engage on the side of NTU? They will not, but instead, look at Selena being super aggressive. 2v1, Jawhead from the backline, ejects Hylos from the back. And here comes the spinning light wheel from Carry, securing the kill. Time Journey has been activated there, but look at Jawhead. He wants Lilia so bad. Lilia uses her ulti to heal herself up and manage to escape at the same time.
Wow, the Bender moment ensures, but Visicast, do you not see the crazy Pi4 ultimate managed to drag 3 members towards them from SIM, and because of that, right, SIM almost lost 3 members from that team fight. That is a wonderful execution coming up by Ruby. Now, NTU, now I agree why they're banning unorthodox picks. You allow all these OP picks, and it shows how confident they are. Yeah, go ahead and pick those OP picks. It's open, it's wide open, I let you pick, and that's basically what NTU is doing.
Yep, and we're gonna focus here on the top lane. Seems like they want to try to bring down the T2 turret up top. Here comes Granger. It's gonna be a huge team fight. The orange buff has been secured there by NTU, but here comes the Rhapsody and the Death. So Nata, Time Journey has been activated by Diggy, but Granger securing the kill on Lunox, which is huge. Ejector has been used by Hylos. Hylos is there. He's trying to save his teammate. Escape. Mayday. Mayday. Lilia securing the kill on Ruby. Selena on. Oh, it's going to be 2 for. Oh my god. This is it. It's the first team wipeout for SIM. NTU winning that team fight. So Carry is alive. And look at that. Selena, Jawhead, they will secure this T2 up top.
Yeah, SIM, you know, they toss everything that right there at that final small little choke point. And NTU, they love it when you fight in a choke point. Let me win with that Carry first skill is gonna make sure that everyone from the side of SIM to slow it down. And then you can see Pi coming in from the flank, just flickers all the way in, drags someone in, and you know, SIM unfortunately backs XD. That's the one that got caught, and SIM will lose that Lord against NTU. So one team fight is gonna scale out of control. NTU, woof, their aggression is true.
Exactly, and you said about Carry being a powerful spike in the 12th minute. Now it's at 11, so Carry is going to get dangerous even more so now with the Lord come knocking up top lane. If you're the side of SIM, what are they supposed to do here?
I think the only way you can do is to put that Paquito on the sides. You have to push as much as possible. Mew needs to rotate alongside the high loss as well as Vex D, right? To try to find these little pickoff. Now, let me win. He's gonna overextend a little bit more. Some bubble force coming in.
There you go. They're trying to get the carry, but carry manages to escape. Look at Hylos being in the front line for Team SIM, but they cannot forget they have Lord coming out up top. So they gotta focus on the Lord, but Basil Arrow hits Granger. They want Granger. He's going to go down. There was a nice kill and a double kill by Selena. Godlike on carry returning to the team fight. So the last turret up top is going to go down. This is going to be the GG push. Look at Jawhead hitting the crystals. I think this is going to be the GG. First game is going to go to NTU.
Yes, congratulations over to the side of NTU, right? SIM, they bit more than they can chew. That was a last desperation team fight that they do not want a handshake. Because of that one team fight, don't forget, SIM has a Lord problem. They allowed the Lord to march all the way in. They lost members. That's not a solid defense anymore. And then after that, it's just a GG push over the side of NTU to close up the game.
Exactly. I kind of feel that they didn't realize the Lord was still there. They were just too engrossed with that team fight. So
agree.
when you look at this carry,
Mm-hmm.
carries on fire, 11-7. That's huge.
It's super huge, right? You see the slight dip in terms of the power for the side of NTU because the fact that, Vex D is starting to pick up his items. Lilia as well, he does a lot of damage. And of course, Paquito. In the mid game, that's where he shines. So that's why positioning for the side of SIM has been very critical. The Glorious Pathway is the one that makes sure that these heroes, his teammates, get into position. Now, take a look. Let me win with 34% damage, right? Yeah. And not to forget, he also built not only just the Endless Battle, he also built the Thunderbelt. So he's gonna dash like mad, and every time he dashes, he's gonna be a very mobile hero. It's very hard for the side of SIM to catch up.
Yep, true. So, this is what I'm talking about. Like, carry is a dash hero, right? So if it was Kufra, maybe it can be a close fight.
Yeah, the Kufra bouncing ball will be very vital, right? And don't forget, carry is kind of short range. So with the bandage, with the bandage, will be able to drag himself all the way and jump. Bouncing ball. I feel like Let Me Win will get caught out. And if you notice, he's starting to be very greedy at the late game. You can see how he's just pushing carry super hard that he could. And it's because of the Jawhead coming in at the very last moment, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm not too sure why, there's not a lot of target prioritizing coming up from SIM.
Yeah. Well, I'm from SIM.
Oops. Sorry.
So, come on, guys. We gotta win the second game and force this to the third game. So, all right. Based on the draft alone, what should SIM do in terms of what do you feel?
I feel like that Diggy is out of place. Like you drafted a Diggy maybe to try to counter Air on that Selena with the episode arrow, but I feel like there's too many things being put into that Selena arrow, right? You need to use an ultimate to try to counter a second skill from that Selena. It doesn't really make sense in terms of the equations. So maybe a Popo and Koopa is a lot better, right? It's not banned off away. The trap is going to provide the amount of vision over the side of NTU, and that trap is going to do a lot of stun as well. And after that, you have non-committal engages. This is what we're talking about, especially with Popo and Koopa.
Yep.
Especially during MPL Singapore, right? During the MPL Singapore, we talked about the fact that Popo and Koopa actually risen up in terms of popularity. So that's why I feel like for the side of SIM, pick comfort heroes. That's something that they should do. The Grandeur is actually okay. Don't fix that. But I feel like the Diggy is a little bit out of place. The Farsa would be a lot better.
I agree. I totally agree. All right, so esports fans, we will come back. We're going to have a quick break. So once we come back, we're going to go straight to the second game. So stay tuned. Welcome back, esports fans, to Campus Legends Season 3, day number 2, brought to you by SCOGA and Esports Academy. So, we had our first game just now, the first game of the series, NTU against SIM.
Oof.
NTU won that one, a revenge game. So, based on the games just now, right, it seems like the Selena and the Jawhead is a problem.
It is. Like, I feel like NTU, there's only 3 band slots, right?
Yep.
Jawhead and Selena is one of the top bands coming in from the side of MSC, as well as the MPLs, because for Jawhead, right, with the ejector and unstoppable force, the ejector will be there to disrupt buffs. That's why Jawhead is being banned all throughout.
Yep.
Selena, we talk about non-committal engagement, right? You land that Selena arrow, it's up to the team whether you want to follow up or not. And if you decide to follow up, Jawhead, with the unstoppable force coming in, will be able to just ram on in, and that is definitely one dead core.
Exactly, it's a huge CC coming in
That's
from,
right.
from Jawhead ejector itself with the smart missiles and all that. So, is it going to be a worthy ban though, Jawhead and Selena?
I feel like it should be banned out from the side of SIM. There's only 3 bans, so from the side of SIM, they have to be careful whoever they ban. And there you go, a knee-jerk reaction. Someone asked the doctor, and SIM ban it away.
Yep, so
Your team
Jawhead
is
is
banned.
definitely a respect ban coming in from SIM, and it seems like Zaz will be banned out as well on the side of NTU. Will this be a Selena ban coming in from SIM?
I feel like it might be, because, you know, NTU, they first picked the Selena over to Air. And there we go, it is going to be a
Your
Eve
team is
ban
banning.
instead. Now, NTU, don't forget, it's a SIM first pick.
Yep.
Would they want to give it away? Benedetta was very open. NTU banning away the Lilia is kind of good in terms of the drafting, because you ban away comfort heroes, SIM is going to be put on the spot.
Yep, that's true. So let's see who's going to be the first pick for SIM, and this is going to be crucial.
Your
Diggy.
team is
Yep,
picking.
why fix it if it ain't broken, right? SIM picking up that Diggy,
Always on the way.
opening out the Mathilda and the Benedetta. Over to the side of NTU, there's a whole plethora of OP picks coming out from NTU. And it's just basically, you know, NTU opening up this 2-bag. It's like, okay, which one would I like to use to torture you this time
Yeah.
around?
When you gaze,
Wow,
your
NTU is
team
going to go
picking.
in with that Selena again. I mean, why not? It works. You know, it works for NTU, so they're going to stick with that Abyssal Arrow and that Abyssal Trap coming in from NTU. Now, the final 2 bans before the second banning phase for SIM is going to go with the tanky Alice. I think most likely she's going to be in the off lane, EXP lane. And let's see, are they going to secure a hyper? Ooh, there you go. There you go, Kufra.
But here's the problem, right? We know that NTU can pick up the carry, and that it's been doing great success against SIM's high loss. And now if SIM gonna double down on these 2 tanky heroes, be it the Alice as well as the Kufra, but the Kufra kind of counters the
Your
carry this
team
time
is
around, so I'm
banned.
not too sure whether NTU will be going into that direction. Now the Beatrix is a good pick, going up against, I believe it is the Alice in the... Alice wants to be in the gold lane because he can get the off item as quickly as possible, but
Okay.
not too sure whether SIM wants to do that, because you can also flex it over to the XP lane. But definitely from the side of NTU, we know that the Beatrix is going to go to the gold lane. Alice is going to have a lot of problems against
Your team
that
is
Beatrix
banning.
if SIM is not careful. Now, NTU banning over the Grandeur, well, like I said, they're starting to target ban comfort picks. Now, it's up to SIM what to ban away. I feel like NTU's ban could have been reserved for a Ling or an Assassin like a Lancelot, because that's Beatrix's weakness.
Ah, okay. I'll see. So it seems
Your
like
team
Ling.
is picking.
Okay?
So Ling is going to be banned out. Let's see who's going to be the pick here for NTU. They've already secured Matilda and Selena. Are both of these 2 supports going to be up in the middle?
Definitely going to be the middle, because you want to abuse the Matilda's mobility. It's like a replacement of a Jawhead, right? That's basically how I see from the side of NTU now. NTU, they're going to reserve their 4th pick for a Lapu Lapu.
Your
That's going to
team
deal a lot of damage and a lot of tankiness and a lot of beefiness in the front line. You have a very soft back spot, which is the Matilda, Selena, as well as the Beatrix. Lapu Lapu will be able to put the fight there and then. And that stun is very crucial. And just in case if you know the Lapu Lapu can't really do anything in team fights, you can use him as a split pusher. That Lapu Lapu is definitely going into the XP lane.
Yep, Lapu Lapu, the bravest warrior. And here you go, SIM with the final 2 picks.
Ooh.
YSS is going to be in the mid lane with the retribution. It seems like Guinevere with that Violet Requiem is going to be up in the EXP lane for SIM.
Now this could, yeah, the XP lane definitely Guinevere is a lot better because you want Guinevere to hit that level 4 very quickly, and then after jump on top with someone and lock them down. So there's a lot of CC coming out from the side of SIM. They have someone to counter that CC as well. Same could be said over the side of NTU. You can stun with the Lapu Lapu, you can stun with the Selena, you can also basically knock someone up with the Mathilda's ultimate. NTU gonna lock in the Bruno instead. A lot of burst damage, they like to fight front to back, but NTU though, they're drafting a double marksman draft. Very, very greedy.
Yep. So it seems like Beatrix is going to be
The gold lane.
in the goal lane.
That's right.
You're right. It is pretty greedy. Yeah,
It is very
I mean,
greedy.
if it was me, I would instead of a Bruno, I would rather have an assassin up in the middle.
Yep. I feel like the assassin would be great because you can actually find the YSS jump down very quickly now. Important thing is we see the Diggy coming out from the side of SIM twice. This is the second time, and don't forget this is match point over to the side of NTU in the group stage. It's not the worst thing. I feel like it's just more like the name is at stake right here.
Yep. So this is it, the second game for today. Still the first series. Welcome to the land of Dawn. So both teams yet again is going to go with that 1-3-1 composition where we see another cut lane here coming in from NTU. And as you see in the bottom lane, there you go. Yet again, cutting in that wave.
Yep, that's gonna leave SIM a little bit confused, but now they might find in a very early invade coming out from the side of NTU.
There you go. Bouncing ball has been activated there, but orange buff will reset, I believe. But look at Matilda being super aggressive. She wants that YSS, but YSS securing the kill with the help of that Kufra.
Yeah, SIM nice response, will be able to come all the way down to basically defend, but NTU's aggression might not pay off this time. SIM, they identify the aggression, they send two members from the mid lane and the bottom lane all the way to defend the YSS. Now, take a look at this. YSS is only currently level 2, completely picking up the first orange buff. Take a look at Bruno though. Bruno is basically one camp away and he decides to go in and steal that camp away from SIM. He's gonna hit level 4 a lot quicker as compared to YSS.
Yep, here comes the bouncing ball yet again. Matilda being super aggressive as well. Is she gonna go down here for the second time? She will escape thanks to the help of Selena and Bruno as well. So we're gonna focus here on the bottom lane. Lapu Lapu, the bravest warrior, try to cut the wave yet again. So she's gonna go 1v1 here with Kufra with that bouncing ball securing the kill. So 2v1 up in the middle, but it seems like Bruno, they want to get Bruno here, I believe. There you go, Tyrant's Revenge. But Bruno is going to be up in the top lane. The first turtle is out here, 2-minute mark. So I believe they're going to start converging in the bottom lane.
I don't think SIM will want to converge though. YSS is not online as of yet. Same could not be said over the side of Let Me Win. He is a Bruno at level 4 with Vax XD only level 3. This might seem very good to SIM, right? But NTU, I feel like it's actually a small little win over the side of NTU. Take a look at the core. The core has been always very important for the side, for the games. Vax XD, he's way too behind. He's only picked up the first boots item, whereas if you take a look, NTU, they're slowly building into the Berserker's Fury already. That's going to be a very expensive items. Now, you're trading away Daniel to make sure that Let Me Win stays relevant.
Yep, there you go. Nice last minute coming in from the Abyssal Arrow. Secure the kill on Kufra, and Gwyn did not manage to escape that one. Abyssal Arrow has been launched by Selena, trying to get the YSS. Going to be 2v2. Time Journey has been activated there to escape on the side of SIM, but look at how aggressive these two support heroes are on the side of NTU.
Oh, I like this aggression coming out of the side of NTU though. You talked about the feeding Diggy strat. It's not being used to great success at all. It's not being used at all from the side of SIM. It is, I would call it, the feeding Mathilda strat that's keeping SIM on the ground.
Yeah, again with that orange buff. So the first one has been stolen, but they want to secure this orange buff for SIM. But look at Alice with the blood saving herself under the safety of that turret in T1. But here comes Kufra, misses that Tyrant's revenge. So both teams are going to reset here, and Turtle is going to be spawning out. The second is going to be spawning out in 12 seconds, but huge fire coming in. The Bravest Warrior securing the kill on his own. Oh my god, Alice goes down. Double kill on Lapu Lapu using the bouncy ball to escape Matilda. Wants Kufra so bad. Look at that. 2v1. He's going to go down. Kufra with that Tyrant. Rage. Securing the kill on his own, but he goes down as well. So that's 4-1. 4-1 for both teams.
I felt like, NTU just typed in the cheat code, greed is good. It paid off very, very well. Take a look at the gold. NTU is leading by, I would say, 4K right now, all because, the YSS is constantly getting choked out of his own jungle. Take a look at Let Me Win. It all boils down to Air as well as Daniel to be able to, just push that YSS out of the jungle. Your jungle is my jungle. That's what NTU tells SIM.
Yep, and there you go. Yeah, we're going to focus here on the bottom lane. It's going to be 3v3. Here comes Gwen. I think she wants to activate that Valorant Requiem, but look at Beatrice with that counter. And Bruno clean up with that cleanup. Let Me Win. Kufra goes down. 4. Oh, Mayday. Mayday is left with Alice, but Alice is at the bottom lane. So there will not be a team wipeout here for SIM.
Darwin, the evolution of choice, if you catch my pun right there. Getting engaged on top of that Obito with the ultimate, pop that Purify, and then after that, just wreak havoc. You can see how confused SIM is. They thought they actually picked up Darwin, but no, Darwin says evolution is true. I am the better one right now.
Yep, another team fight again. Bravest Warrior trying to engage YSS in the back line. Secure the kill on Diggy. Double kill on Alice. Look at that. Abyssal Arrow with that hit. He's going to go down YSS. Oh, he says double kill on Matilda. So that was a nice, huge team fight coming in from NTU. 4-0 trade-off, and I think it's going to be similar to game 1.
We talk about how greed is good. NTU, they just practically went all in. Yes, double marksman draft against SIM with a very tanky draft right now. NTU, they don't want to allow them all the way to the late game.
There you go, bouncing ball, trying to save his teammates. But will that be enough? Now, 2 of the teammates has gone down here for the side of SIM. It's still going to be 4 men coming in. Double kill from the Bravest Warrior, Lapu Lapu from the off lane. Being on fire here in game number 2.
NTU, they don't really need to pack the jungler. If you take a look at Let Me Win, just playing, Mobile Legends Adventures in his own jungle, whereas, the rest of NTU is just wrecking havoc over to SIM. SIM, they don't really have any form of answer from Daniel and Air. They have been very crucial for this victory, in my opinion, as of now. Just denying YSS away from the jungle is just a very tough nut to crack. It's a big question. It's a very big subjective question coming out from the side of SIM.
There you go, Tyrant's Rage has been used by Kufra, trying to get that Matilda. I think both these players hate each other's guts. But here comes Lapu Lapu there, the Bravest Warrior godlike on Alice. But here comes the cleanup crew. Look at Bruno, look at the core. He wants that YSS and he got it. And securing the endless battle as well. What a huge win on the side for NTU. And it's only left with Kufra trying to defend the base. The minion is coming in from the top. Now the last turret is going to go down here up in the middle. Nope, don't think so. But look at that. They are focusing on the bottom. Turret is going to go down. So 1 inhibitor turret left up in the middle. They are still fighting here. All goes down. A minion starts coming in.
It's just way too much damage from the side of NTU. Take a look. Gold lead almost double, right? SIM, they've probably found the biggest problem right now. How do you fight against a very aggressive team? They don't really have any form of answer.
There you go. Tyrant's Rage has been used. Trying to push him inside there with that tower damage, but up to no avail. But here comes the minion wave up in the middle. Is this going to be the GG push? Tyrant's Rage. Tyrant's Revenge. It's not going to be used as of yet, but yep, you're right. I don't think this is going to be the GG push as of yet. So what? SIM?
Oh, okay.
Okay, bouncing ball has been used. Look at Beatrice trying to secure the kill there. Kufra trying to escape, but the Bravest Warrior, Violet Requiem trying to secure the kill, but Beatrice. Oh my god, Beatrice. secure the kill on Gwyn, and Minions is the MVP
Yeah.
for this second game.
Winners, let's go. SIM, they found the biggest problem in this test paper, right? They're looking at it. How do you fight against a double marksman, all-in kind of draft? And they have no answer at all. Don't forget, they also haven't answered the problem whereas Air and Daniel has posed. Yes, Daniel died 3 times in the early game, but the aggression has pushed YSS away from his own jungle. Take a look. Vax XD, only 4k gold. You compare that over to the side of any of this. Okay, Let Me Win hasn't been really participating in the kills. He's been farming all the way. But take a look at the offlaner that's just pushing out so much damage coming out in Darwin, though. My God. He is Evolution's favorite choice.
Yep, definitely. Now, when you look at NTU, right? Seems like I think the MVP is Bruno.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, Lapu Lapu.
Oh yeah, the MVP is Lapu Lapu.
Yes, that's right.
But in my books, I think Matilda is
Yes.
the MVP because she's super aggressive.
Yep.
She's opening up the map for
That's
his
right.
teammates. And yep, Matilda, definitely a ban worthy.
Yeah, Mathilda. That's why, a lot of MSC and MPL, they ban away the Mathilda because of the nutty damage numbers coming out from his her first skill. And of course, he has the escape mechanism in terms of the speed up as well as the dash, and then after that she has one of the most game changing in terms of the engage. He forces the other team to handshake this big team fight that they don't want to do, and now you see that's where from the side of SIM they don't really have any form of damage, they don't really have any form of the answer. In fact, NTU don't even allow SIM to go all the way to late game because they know for a fact that Alice is a time bomb. And NTU just answer that as okay, you know what? I'm just going to constant invade, make sure that you don't farm up. There was a bit of a lane swap happening, if you notice, from the side of SIM, but to no avail. That Darwin is just a monster.
Right, and 25-6 NTU, and then the first game is 21-12. So NTU is looking like a very, very strong
It
contender.
is.
Will they be the champion?
Yeah, but
for
I
this
mean,
year?
it's a little bit too early to say because right now we're only stage number 2. You got to take a look at the performance stage number 3, and then after that, all the way to the playoffs. We always like to say this, right? The group stage, yeah, it's just more of a test water. It's a bit more of a litmus test, more of an experiment to see what can we do. If you can see how NTU, right? I would say they have no form of respect in terms of the draft. They ban away non-OP heroes. They ban away OP picks away. They don't really ban OP picks away. And that's just so how, NTU is just dominating, and they're definitely gunning against ITECC, which is the defending champions in the Campus Legends.
Yep, and speaking of which, there was an exciting game just now.
There was.
Now, when you look at me, I was all over the place. I was super excited, right? I was basically sweating. But then again, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Because of the dry fit of Uniqlo, stylish and comfort. Because of them, I managed to stay dry. So a huge thank you to Uniqlo, our live wear sponsor for this Campus Legends season number 3. And if I may, I think there's prizes to be won here for Uniqlo. 5 winners stand a chance to win 100 Uniqlo gift card when you scan.
I'm very bad at this.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm very bad at this.
The QR code on the bottom right. So this is a chance for you viewers out there to win. 5 winners, $100 Uniqlo gift card when you scan the QR code. Look, take it from me, man. I'm suave and dry.
Yeah, and not only that, I feel like we talk about casting, right?
Yep.
Us as casters, we need to lug our jackets all around. It's a little bit difficult, especially if you're on the run as well.
Yep.
In terms of being, hustle and bustle in life. Not on the run,
Yep.
right, as a criminal, but you get the point, guys. This jacket has been very comfortable for me, and not only that, I can squash it into the small little bag that I carry around. And then when it's time to go on the show, I pull it out, and it's like, hey, you iron your jacket. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That has been my one of my secret tools in my little bag right there. And I always tell my friends, dude, if you have emergency meetings, you're wearing a t-shirt, of course, just whip on that. Just buy it. Just make that small little investment of the Uniqlo jacket, and my dude, you look suave everywhere you go. And you don't have to know that you actually squish it in like a piece of paper inside your bag. But the point is, it's still iron and it's still looking fresh.
Yeah, it is, and it keeps you dry as well. So thank you, Uniqlo, for that. And let's see let's talk to the little voice in my head. What are we trying to do now, right now? Okay, so we are gonna go for a quick short break, and when we come back, we're gonna go to the series 2 for today. So stay tuned. Welcome back, esports fans, to Campus Legends Season 3, Day number 2, Mobile Legends Bang Bang competition brought to you by SCOGA and Esports Academy. Now, all this would not be made possible without our sponsors. So, huge thank you to our Lifewear partners, Uniqlo, for decking us out. And, what do you call this? PC partner, Legion by Lenovo, stylish on the outside and savage on the inside. Academic partners.
Academic partners, Kaplan University and Murdoch University especially. I feel like Fizikage, or Fizikage.
Physicast.
Fizikast, that's right. He just rebranded, alright? So pardon me, I'm not up to the date. And of course, he's been hugging his Cowcaster, not me. As well as, we also have our venue partner, which is Hattonland. And of course, not to mention all the supporting partners. You've seen their logos all throughout our collaterals. Just to name a few: Muntan, NTU, CU Associates, Yashino Youth Council, WeWatch, Yup.gg, and of course academic partners. We also want to mention like Republic Poly, ITE, Education, of course. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors in making all of this happen.
Exactly. And speaking about academic sponsors, we have Kaplan and Murdoch University, right?
Yep, we do.
So basically, they have. So thank you for them. Thank you for supporting Campus Legends, providing the platform for their students to juggle education and esports at the same time, which then reminds me that they have an online open house on the 5th to 10th of July. It's going to be online due to COVID.
Yep.
So 5th to 10th of July, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and find out more about the courses they are offering. So there you go.
Yeah, go check that out. Especially, we always talk about how much we value education, right?
Yep.
Education, even though a lot of people, my friends are saying like, oh, why do we have to go all the way to the university to start working? I mean, you have to see education as something very interesting. And it's not only just about, the knowledge you'll gain, especially you see for these very cutesy Murdoch koalas. Yeah, the koalas, right? I was about to call them panda for a moment, right? But, cutesy little koalas. They've actually, gone through all the universities, all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
And education is very important. And speaking of which, let's hop back into game right now.
This is it, the draft lobby for the second game, second series for today. We have ITE, College West against NUS. Now we have priority bands coming in with the Matilda, Popol and Koopa, Glue and Eve. And the first hero has been secured by ITCW.
Hold on a second. NUS, Cage Kingsman, Oh Dear Bambi is all the way here. Hello there, Robert.
Oh Dear Bambi. Is this the real Oh Dear Bambi?
Yeah, Kingsman, Oh Dear Bambi. I think it is. He is. So he is definitely going to be into the core role. NUS is banning away the Eve and the Glue. ITCW though, they're banning Metas, the Matilda, Popol and Koopa as well. We have a lot of thing hopping on this one player, right? Oh Dear Bambi, he will be very important in order to bring NUS to success.
Yep, that's true. And I believe he's going to be in charge of the draft.
Definitely. He is basically an MPL player, I would say. And of course, the captain of Kingsman. If you guys don't know about that, you guys should check out MPLSG. We had our first season all the way. But enough of that. Right now, we're in Campus Legends. Oh dear, this is... Pardon my pun. Oh dear, this is going to be huge.
Yep, and it seems like, look at the draft, it's super fast right now. So on the side of ITE College West, we have Lunox, Lockdown Hero, Cho, and Grangers has been secured. Jawhead, Benedetta, and Selena on the side of NUS. And now you go Lapu Lapu with that securing on the NUS side. And the last two picks will be...
Yeah, everything's open, right? You have your off-laners. That Lunox can be flexed. The Cho can be flexed. It's not a lot of information given away by IT College West. But they're going to lock it down the Eudora, which means that the Eudora is going to be the mid lane. The Lunox to the side. Cho now will confirm they're going to go to the side lane. That Akai is the tank role. So, anyways, we haven't seen Oh Dear Bambi's pick yet, but I'm not going to say that Selena jungle. He did use that during the MPL season. But taking a look at the band, they ban away the Barras, they ban away the Paquito as well. So, everything is wide open.
Yep.
Everything is wide open. No, calm my silent heart. That's a Leslie Hover.
Well...
Oh no.
Okay, makes sense.
Calm my beating heart.
Oh my god, so that's the last security pick, Oh Dear Bambi, with that Harley and with that attribution. We will assume that he will be the mid laner for Team NUS. So now, based on this draft alone, Jace, who do you think?
very even, right? Both of them have similar team compositions. You have the Archive from the side of ITECW that's going to work wonders against the Benedetta if you want to push that Benedetta away. You have a lot of burst damage coming in from the side of Eudora. One-click stun. Harley is going to be has to play very carefully from the side of NUS, right?
Yep.
It's just, you can just jump in, but you're going to get Electric Arrow, going to get stunned, and then that's it. Just one rotation of Eudora out, you're gone. Lunox also offers a lot of burst damage coming outside ITECW. I'm not too sure how NUS will be able to handle this.
All right, there you go. Welcome to the Land of Dawn. This is the game 2, series number 2, ITE College West against NUS with Odia Bambi in the Harley. So there you go. One. It seems like it's going to go with 2-1-2 maybe. So it seems like it's going to be an early harass here for both teams. I think both of these teams are trying to get like, I'm going to get you, oh, you're going to get me. Okay, I'm here back again. So it's going to be 2v1 right now. It's going to, oh, look at that. Look at Jawhead trying to, it's going to be 3v1. Look at Harley still at level 2, but Jawhead securing that kill on that Archive. So well done, NUS, with that first blood.
Odia Bambi, right place at the right time, will be able to pick up members of ITECW now. They're focusing a lot of things on top of the top side. Not my favorite thing, because you want to actually defend your Lunox. That Lunox will scale and will be able to burst very quickly. Leave the Cho alone. The Cho will be able to escape out of any sort of weird locations. And now the rotation is coming through. NUS pick up another member in the mid lane. It's just another day in office, right, from the side of NUS. Masarap, though, they are kind of strong with the... There are a team. I'm not too sure whether this Masarap is the actual Masarap from that Masarap team. I'm not too sure. But the point is, the NUS has a very scary lineup, and it all boils down to ITECW. They are new, they are fresh, and they provide a different kind of scene coming in to Campus Legends Season 3.
Exactly, it's going to be 3v1 here. Oh, last minute escape with that flicker, Lapu Lapu. But look at that. Trying to ambush here on the side of NUS, but it seems like they are not going to go for it, so both teams are going to retreat and regroup.
Yeah, solo queue happening at the bottom side. That Lunox will be put slightly at the back. The wind is not on their path this time round. Love J will get sniped down for the side of NUS. Everyone pickups. We've seen this one more combo, right? The Jawhead and Selena being used to great success in NTU in game number 1. And NUS just gonna take it out of the washing bag and reuse it.
Exactly. So we know that both teams, both of these two heroes are combo wombo hero. The first turtle will be here up the top lane. Now both teams will gonna go for it, but Abyssal Arrow hits Granger. That's bad. And ejector there. Well-timed ejector by Jawhead securing that kill. Double kill on the Akai as well. So NUS with that 3 for nothing. Oh my god, Eudora went down there again. Now they're gonna start securing this again. Is this gonna be number 4? But Cho securing the kill on Jawhead, but Selena with that revenge kill on Cho.
NUS picked up 3 members from the side of ITECW, and then almost immediately rotates right into this turtle. Oof, the macro play is strong from the side of NUS, the decisiveness as well. I mean, it's just the veterancy coming into play from the side of NUS, right? ITECW, they had the initial big bursty damage. We haven't seen that at all because of the damage dispersion among the team members of NUS is just solid.
Exactly. Now we are at, in fact, we are so early in the game at 3 minutes now. It's 8-1, and in terms of goal difference, it's 3K.
Yep.
You know, so is this smelling like a snowball coming in from
I smell a smelly cat, of course. That Lapu Lapu is going to scale out of control. You give a lot of a lead over to the side, but here comes the Unstoppable Force.
There's a nice Unstoppable Force, and that Smart Missile securing the kill on that Lunox. So again, well done from NUS. Nice team fight. Abyssal Arrow misses, but Ejector comes again. Lunox is not going to... Oh my god, Eudora can't escape that, but Granger securing the kill on that Jawhead. So it's a 1-for-1 trade-off, which is not too bad. But Cho uses the flicker to escape from the bravest warrior, Lapu Lapu.
Now, ITECW, the only late game insurance that they have is Win and Love J. These two will burst anyone out of control, and they're building towards that because of the items. Taking a look at Lunox, going for that clock. They hope to bring this to the late game. But NUS, whether they're allowed to, oh, they're Bambi.
Oh, did you see that? He was escaping from the darkening, and Lunox was chasing him, and Lunox retreat, and he came back with that securing kill. That was a nice play by Audio Bambi. 303 KDA at this point of time, and NUS is looking to secure this T1 turret up the bottom.
Yeah, and the only way the ITCW, right? The only way I can see is use that Cho to try to split push as much as control. But the problem is NUS rotation is so true, rotating top and bottom, and Harley will be able to turret dive from one place to safety because of the second skill. You'll be able to teleport all the way back. So there's no place that are safe coming out from ITCW. We knows exactly where you are with the traps, and then after that, Basarab just follow out unstoppable force, injector right on in. There's even if you pack Akai, right? There's no way you can actually defend. But here we go.
That was a nice engagement by Cho, securing the kill on Harley, but he goes down as well. So 1-for-1 trade-off, which is pretty huge because Harley's out now.
I don't think so. NUS is so far apart that ITECW, there's nothing that they can do. They don't really have the damage item. You can see a 1v2 happening at the bottom side.
There you go. Alicto misses the kill, but she will engage again to secure the kill on that Lunox. It's going to be 2v1. Here comes Ranger. Now Benedetta will use her dash, but Dev Sonata has been engaged but misses. Rhapsody. Will there be a Rhapsody to secure the kill? And there you go, Benedetta. Benedetta goes down there with the Rhapsody. Wow.
Oh my goodness, 6 minutes in, Love J only builds the clock. That is a huge problem. ITCW will talk about the burst damage, NUS has it, and they're not going to allow ITCW nice coming out from Win, but that's not enough. Smelly Cat will be able to pick that up.
There you go. That was a nice slash coming in from Lapu Lapu, but a revenge kill coming from Eudora. And that's going to be 2-for-1 trade-off on the side of NUS, and Purple Buff will be stolen away from Selena, I guess.
Yeah, the gold lead is still there, right? It is still a 4K gold lead. It's the only thing that ITCW won is perhaps that pick off on the side of Audio Bambi. That's why, you know, in terms of the gold lead, ITCW still got a little bit of advantage, but not too much. And NUS, they're just, you know, they're just stalling right now.
Yep. So now, looking at this game, it seems like it's
Audio Bambi misplayed.
It's gonna be 3v1 here. They're gonna secure this T2 turret down at the bottom, and look at Jawhead with that recalling. And Hurricane Dust has been activated, trying to save his teammates, but to no avail. He's gonna go down. Lunox is gonna go down. Double kill on the side of Benedetta, and NUS is gonna be wrecking havoc. But there was a nice engagement by Cho with that Shumpo and Jeet Kundo. But look at Benedetta. He's trying to get the Cho. Okay, nope. So they are going to disengage, but there was a well aiming there by Cho in the back line.
Aaron, I think, flickered right on in, used the ultimate just to pick up Audio Bambi. A bit of an overcommitment.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. Like, NUS is just bringing ITCW all the way to wall. Ejector ejects the Akai, though.
Ejector ejects the Akai, but here comes Akai with that. Hurricane Dance around the kill on Jawhead. Selena Abyssal Arrow hits, but she is not going to engage any further, because if she does, it's going to be 4v1 under the turret. So that's bad news.
Masarap sus, eject him immediately. He basically ejected the Akai all the way into his teammate. And what ITCW was like, okay, I'll take that. I'll hurricane you right on into my turret. And I would say that's a bit of a funny misplay coming out from NUS. But ladies and gentlemen, I feel like, you know, Fizzy and I, we're just having fun. NUS is just crushing ITCW apart. There's no form of burst damage. There's no form of consistent damage. The grandeur is gonna fall in terms of the priority, in terms of the late game. NUS though, they're scaling out of control. You have a Benedetta. You have Smelly Cat as well.
But here again, another engagement. Electro has been used to escape, but look at that Hurricane Dance trying to push away the onslaught coming in from NUS, but Harley securing the kill on that Panda, which is oh my, Akai, and Dev Sonata securing the kill on his own as well. There was a nice flicker injector by Jawhead, securing the kill on Granger. Nowhere to go. It seems like NUS is gonna be securing this inhibitor turret up in the middle. It's gonna be 4v2 as of now, but Lunox and Eudora is back up online.
I don't think there's anything that DCW can do. Hurricane Dance more of like a last minute one. Audio Bambi will pick it up with the cards. C coming in for the flank. I don't think NUS wants to commit. They're way too ahead. Almost easily 8k gold lead right now.
Exactly. That was a nice Abyss Hero, but I think that's a misplay by Odia Bambi. He should hit the Eudora instead of the other player, but it seems like the inhibitor turret down at the bottom is going to go down, so it's only one left for ITECW, and you're right. It looks like a GG here.
Looks very grim for the side of ITECW. There's no way you're actually clawing all the way back up. Zeus needs to be able to find that Hurricane Dance only if NUS allows it. Now they've been dividing and conquer. Top side, mid lane, bottom lane. The minutes are gonna march in very, very soon from the side of NUS. ITCW, if they have something up their sleeve, they have to pull it out right now.
Exactly, and you can see from the bottom lane, 10 seconds left before the first slot comes up. Do you think NUS is going to go for this slot?
NUS can definitely go for this load. It's wide open, it's free. I mean, you know, Singaporeans, we love free stuff. We love freebies. Heck, if this Legion Lenovo laptop right beside PhysiCast is free, I take it. And that is the Lord right now. That Lord is open for the side of NUS to take it. And ITCW, they can only defend right now. So, of course, NUS will need that Lord to provide additional pushing power because ITCW, they're back against the wall.
Yeah.
In order to nail that coffin all the way down, that Lord is the hammer.
Exactly, and I believe with this Lord, they're going to wait for that before they engage. And do you think they should split push at the end?
Oh, definitely. You want to basically split it up. You want to sync up the waves as much as possible. But it feels like NUS is tossing all the strategy books out the window. They're just going to make sure that ITCW, you know, stay in base as long as possible. You know, that's a bit of a PSA all of you guys out there. Stay at home, be safe. That's what ITCW is currently doing right now. The Lord is marching down on the mid and the bot side. It's going to clash on top of this core very, very soon.
All right, look at this. The minions coming in from the side, but look at that core. Nice ejection there. Trying to get there, but Joy trying to escape. This is going to be the Lord is still up and running. They are trying to still get for the kill, but the crystal is going to go down on the first game. NUS securing that will against ITECW.
A very decisive win, Fizzy. NUS is just all over the place, making sure that ITECW has no form of retreat. There's no breathing room as well, like this mask that I'm wearing, right? A bit of a PSA, guys. We're gonna have to toss it all the way, but there we go. The post-stats, post-game scene. I think there's nothing interesting to be seen right there. It's just a solid stomp coming out from the side of NUS.
Exactly, and again, Jawhead, Selena wrecking havoc in this game. Not only this game, but the first game as well. You know, the first series. Sorry, the first series as well. So as we know that they banned Jawhead and Selena. Sorry, they banned Jawhead. You know, in the first series, second game. So do you think ITECW will ban Jawhead or Selena?
I feel like definitely if there is an advertisement to advertise about, you know, the Selena and Jawhead as the wonderful tag team duo, this is it. This game is it. You can see like how the tag team coming out. Abyssal Arrow on top of an Injector, or Unstoppable Force on top of an Arrow. That is a very big CC. There's no way that ITECW could actually handle it. And don't forget, Selena does a lot of damage in the early game as well. The Jawhead is going to wreak havoc. It's basically going to be a bit of a nuisance in your own jungle. And that's basically NUS. And once the Hardy hits level 4, that's it. It's just old friendship comes into play, and then, you know, just walk on over. Yes, ITECW back, they pack a lot of burst damage. Now, I talked about it before the game starts, right? I don't see that at all because they always play from behind and they build items that requires a long time to activate. They built 2 clocks on top of the Lunox, on top of the Eudora. By the time, you know, the clock actually hits the maximum potential, the game is over.
Yeah. So, okay, now with that being said, in the second game, ITECW, is it a good idea for them to have 2 tanky heroes, like one in the off lane and one up in the middle?
We saw that, in fact, in the first series, right? When SIM going up against NTU. And what the NTU did, they built double marksman. So basically, it's like a game of chess. It's like a game of, you know, who counters who right now. And, you know, NUS, they brought along a veteran in the esports scene. So I'm definitely agreeing that he's definitely behind there calling the shots. ITCW, yes, they are young, they are new, they are fresh, and of course, it's basically like adults going up against candy, adults holding out candy away from the kids, right? ITCW, you want to build tanky? Sure, go ahead. And US will just pick a double, marksman draft.
Yep. All right. And it seems like ITECW knows that Odia Bambi is there. So they're kind of
no.
like, oh my god,
dear.
oh no. But let's say if you're the team captain
Oh wow.
for ITECW, what would you say to hype up your team?
I feel like name tags are just name tags, right? In the end of the day, they're still human. They're still playing like you and I. So
Yep.
don't have to allow like these name tags, these big names to scare you. In fact, just play whatever you're comfortable with. Take this as an experience. We shared that Campus Legends is a platform for all the youths out there to learn, being a pro player. How does it feel like? Do you have a team captain? How do you have a coach? And also not only just, the pro players as well. In fact, Campus Legends is built upon like, bringing up the youngsters in terms of the production, the casters as well. So, thank you very much to SCOGA as well as the Esports Academy for actually helping us out. We're still currently waiting for the last few people to actually enter the draft. Oh no, actually we already got in. So let's head on to the draft.
All right, so this is the second game, the second series for today. NUS against ITECW College West, and the first game goes to NUS. So let's see what is going to be the first banning coming in from NUS. Would it be Jawhead or is it going to be Nana?
Your team
Like
is
it's basically what NTU did, right? NUS and NTU, they're styling. And you
Your
see a
team
Matilda
is
ban. So
banning.
ITCW, they just have the ban meta hero.
Yep.
Whereas on the side of NUS, your goal is to open up as many meta heroes as you want. You probably have strategies against these meta heroes already. You've already built up the counters. You also practice against them, so they don't need to ban meta heroes. They can ban anything else. Oh, ban someone
Your
they
team
like. In
is
fact,
banning.
NUS is doing the same. Banning away the Lunox. I said that in the first series. You ban away someone that they're comfortable with. That puts like inexperienced
Your
players
team is picking.
or less experienced players on a bit of a short stick.
Yep. Okay, and Eve again. Eve has been a constant ban since the very beginning. I really want to see Eve if she's available, but for now, she will be banned. Let's see who's going to be the first pick for Team NUS. I believe this is going to be...
Jawhead.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay,
Selena.
Selena.
Your team
One
is
of the tag team duo. I feel like the problem about being a first pick, right? You only be able to pick one person. And it's usually kind of crucial for this first pick. You don't get a lot of wombo combo if you want to be a first pick. Usually the people who want to set up the wombo combo in terms of the heroes, right, are the people from the second pick. In fact, it is going to be a Jawhead and the Chang'e. Jawhead taken away from you and NUS. So that is a counter pick coming up from ITECW.
Exactly, and that's a smart pick as well.
It is.
You don't want to give Jawhead again combo wombo with Selena. But with that being said, which means that there you go, Benedetta falls in the hands of NUS with
Your
Popol
team
and
is
Cooper. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Popol and Cooper, Selena will be in the mid lane.
Yes, definitely. Selena and Popo and Koopa will lay out a lot of mind traps. So basically, NUS is playing the vision game right now. The Benedetta is definitely a flex pick. You can pick again, send it to the mid lane. It's not common. It's quite common outside of Singapore. Not so common in the MPL Singapore
team
meta.
is banning.
However, from the side of ITCW though, they picked up the Chang'e, they picked up the Wen. That means that they're gonna go to the late game. Once NUS
Yes.
goes to the late game, their heroes will fall off. Now, you pick a Chang'e into a Benedetta. The Chang'e was picked first, so NUS picked up the Benedetta to try to find the Chang'e with the ultimate to shut them down because of
Your
the
team
many
is
iframes
banning.
that NUS have. So it's a very good pick for the Benedetta. However, ITCW, it probably set down, how they want to play the game. They're going to go for the late game. Chang'e was going to be wave clearing with the mid shower very quickly.
Your team
Let's
is
take a look at bans. ITCW banning away that Link, whereas NUS bans away that Cho.
Exactly. So we will see. Now, talking about Selena, so Xbox is going to be secured here from ITECW. Xbox, I believe he's been buffed
Yep. he's
in
been
the,
buffed
in, the, in
recently.
the recent patch.
Yep, he's been buffed recently, but haven't seen a resurgence. Oh, no pun intended, guys. Haven't seen a pop off in terms of the popularity on the side lanes. Not too sure what to feel about the Xbox now. There's a period of time when the Xbox was super popular, but you want to fight against NUS, right?
Yep.
you have Lapu Lapu, you have the Harif. So there's a late game insurance in terms of the Harif. There's also the early game snowball potential in the Selena and the Benedetta as Clint.
Yeah.
Double marksman pick going up against NUS. NUS bringing on a lot of traps, a lot of mines, so the Clint will be in a lot of trouble, especially if he's trying to actually farm their own jungle. So I need to see, the Jawhead babysitting that Clint as much as possible as he roams around the jungle, or we can see an aggressive Jawhead. Try to make sure that NUS stays in their own jungle and allow that Clint to farm. We've seen these strategies being tossed around by the pro teams.
Yeah, I strongly believe that the Xbox is questionable.
Yes, the
right?
Xbox is a little bit questionable.
If you have a 2 marksman set, I believe you should have. Jawhead is good. You should have a tanky
That's right.
offlaner to
Someone to hold the front line, like the
Exactly.
Lapu Lapu.
Yep.
But the Lapu Lapu was picked up by NUS.
So here we go. Welcome to the land of Dawn. This is the second game. Second series, NUS winning the first one. Will this be a clean 2-0? Or will ITCW force this to the third game? It's going to be 2-1, 2 strat for both teams, it seems. So Popol and Koopa will be up there now, returning back in the middle. There you go. It's going to be 2v1 here. Chang'e trying to clear the wave if she can, but she doesn't want to take the risk as of yet. It seems like Clint will be securing that orange buff with the help of Jawhead. We're going to focus here down at the bottom. Selena is hiding in the bush. Abyssal Harrow. Oh, misses that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's more like a warning sign. It's like a warning shot, coming out from the side of NUS. Now, ITCW, we talked about how the Jawhead have to babysit the Clint farming. There you go. Zeus doing exactly that save. NUS Masarap and we is trying to poke as much as possible. But you can see what we talk about non-committal. You send in the wolf, you don't really need to risk anything. And that's the power of Popo and Koopa. We've seen this up against a lot of pro teams, right? Basically, just a lot of minds that ITCW is stepping in. There's no one that can actually reliably clear that, and there we go, here we go again. Just steals off that jungle creep and then walks off. Flicker will be used.
Flicker will be used, plus the ejector with a double wombo combo. First blast occurring that killed their Jawhead on the Popol and Koopa. Now speaking about Selena and Popol and Koopa, I get what you mean by the traps. It's okay. Before that, here comes 2v1 Xbox. Like I mentioned before, this is a questionable pick. Will he survive? It seems like he's going to survive. There's no minions coming in. Escape with a silver of health there, Xbox. But look at Abyssal misses. But she wants this bad, and she got that kill on the Xbox.
A very greedy play coming up from NUS, right? A lot of flickers was used just to secure that Xbox. That flicker could be saved better for that upcoming turtle fight, but in fact, NUS, they probably want to double down on the harass. Take a look at the XP lead, right? Odia Bambi was actually able to hit that level 4 first as compared to Aerorin. But take a look at the gold lead. This means that she's been farming a lot more in their own jungle, and you can see how Zeus is having a bit of difficulties trying to protect Masarap, and well as we just lands out all the trap, but here we come.
Alright, 3v2, trying to secure the turtle for both teams. Xbox here coming in for the fight. Meteor Shower has been activated, but there you go. Benedetta securing the turtle, the first turtle for Team NUS, and both teams are going to retreat and regroup.
Yeah, the traps is just so valuable right there. Landing down the traps, making sure that Chang'e doesn't dare to walk in. And if that Love J actually walks in, he's gonna get spotted, and therefore NUS will be able to make the smart decision and use it. Zeus is just walking around trying to clear as much traps as possible. As we see a 1v1 happening at the bottom side.
There
Not
you
gonna
go.
commit.
Zaman Force has been laid down there, but here comes Popol and Koopa. I don't think they're going to commit. She's going to recall that back. That was a nice Abyssal Arrow, but no support coming in, but Joy is coming in there. Alecto has been used. Look at Win trying to run away from that onslaught on the bush itself, misses. And here goes. The team fight will not happen, and both teams will retreat and regroup for now.
Yeah, Clint was very vital. Aaron was left unattended at the backside, so he's gonna unleash a load of damage, just like transitioning between his abilities and his basic attack. So that's why he is able to dish out all the damage from afar. Odia Bambi as well as the members of NUS, they're trying to zero in on tops of Wit. Now, that means that Win is going to have to play a little bit more safer, because that 1-1 is going to shred them uncontrollably with a crossbow attack closer to the late game. But, it depends on whether NUS wants to bring it. Now, we don't really see a very big gold gap as compared to game number 1.
Yes.
In game number 2, it feels like audio. Okay, I mean, this is gonna escalate that gold lead right now.
That was a nice engagement from Audio Bambi with the Benedetta securing the kill on that 1-1, which is huge. And they're going to cut this wave and probably trying to get that tier 1 turret down at the bottom. But we're going to focus here up the top lane. It's going to be Xbox with Lapu Lapu. A bit of a mismatch, if you will. But look at the Lapu Lapu at level 7. Here comes the gang. Xbox is going to go down. No, sorry, not Xbox. Lapu Lapu is going to go down on the hands of Clint. That is good map awareness from ITECW.
Oh, even though, you know, Love J popped out the meteor shower, NUS was be able to secure that purple buff with great success. And don't forget, because ITECW popped that meteor shower, NUS could rotate over to the turtle, but they're not going to pull that trigger now. We talked about, you know, the late game, right?
Yep.
If you take a look at NUS, it all boils down to C and as well as Odibambi to be able to pick off the members that's going to wreak havoc in the back line. ITCW, they have the Chang'e, they have Oren, they also have, you know, Glorious Generation, who's able to wave clear from afar and in safety. That's going to be very crucial, and that's going to be a very tough nut for NUS to crack. So, as the game slowly traverses into the mid game, I don't see a lot of NUS, you know, pushing down turrets. You want to force ITCW into the back end as quickly as possible because you know you're going to have a lot of problems cracking open. And because ITCW, they can survive sieges, and they will be able to siege your own turrets instead.
And there you go, talking about sieges, Zaman Force has been activated. That they want to secure this T1. They got a T1 up in about a look at Jawhead, knows that there's no support coming in. He's going to escape and recall at the same time. But, okay, there you go, the Bravest Water, just a little like on the head of Xbox, but there you go, killing spree. Selena securing that kill on Jawhead, and they will secure this T2 down at the bottom.
I'm very sure that whatever I said just now regarding like pushing the objectives, there's no direct line to NUS, right? But I feel like they know it, and they're like, okay, you know what? We had fun in the early game. Let's just push down and immediately a clean sweep, a clean shave of the lanes. Like someone, NUS brought in the lawnmower, just bulldozing, lawnmower bulldozing. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Lawnmower bulldozing down ITCW's bottom lane.
Exactly, and that because they respect their opponents as well, because they know that they are gonna start going in the mid game right now. But Meteor Shower has been activated, trying to secure the kill on the Popo and Koopa. But Jawhead trying to get that Benedetta Audio Bambi. He will escape with that supreme dashing abilities from Benedetta.
Yeah, that dash is super annoying, right? You think you caught a Benedetta, you think again. One doesn't simply catch a Benedetta out. Now, the Xbox will not have the ultimate as well because he doesn't have the Frigga armor. Is forced to flicker away. He doesn't want to pop the immortality as well. Now, Masarap's trap has been vital, right?
Yep.
You can see how many times Zeus actually wants to engage on top of NUS, but the traps say no, and it gives us so much vision. And because of this vision, you can see, you know, the arrows land on mark from the side of NUS.
Exactly, it's a 3CC, Abyssal Arrow, Abyssal Trap, and the trap from Popo and Koopa.
And of course, you follow up with the ultimate from Popo and Koopa, the long range stun as well. Oh, that's so difficult for ITECW to handle. And as well, there's not a lot of Purify coming out from the side of ITECW. I would prefer Win to pack the Purify. Love J had the right idea to pack the Purify, but I don't know. I would love to see a lot of green battle spells all across in the side of ITECW.
There you go, traps all around there by the Popo and Koopa. It seems like it's very hard for ITECW to engage any team fights at this point of time, but Xbox Firaga armor is gone, so no ulti for him. For now, it seems like we are going to focus here in the middle lane. Seems like 80 seconds before. I think this is the third turtle will be spawned out.
There's going to be a Lord, in fact, that will be spawning very, very soon. NUS needs that Lord. They need the additional pushing power. This is ITECW. Okay, hold on a second. A bit of a fight happening. Zeus will get picked off. Flicker will be used. Glorious Generation will be landing the fire all the way. But NUS is just going to hammer in.
Yep, there you go. Firaga armor is lost again. Lapu Lapu engaging there in the front line. That was a nice ejector there, trying to push that away. But there you go. Xbox with that last insanity, but to no avail. Selena securing that kill. Audio Bambi trying to escape there. She will, but it's 2-for-2 trade-off for both teams.
Oh, good pickoff coming out from C. Identify LoveJ is all the way behind enemy lines. Oh, his own line though, but Aaron, he's online. He's going to be able to land down the damage. Now, NUS, I feel like they have to start shaking in the boots a little bit because, you know, and ITCW, they're starting to build in a lot of items, especially of Aaron. Take a look. Berserker's Fury as well as Endless Battle. He's going to hurt like a truck. And if you notice how NUS, they don't really have tanky heroes except for that Lapu Lapu. Same could be said over to the side of ITCW, but Audio Bambi, he's just making these risky plays.
Yep, and it seems like we are in to almost the 10-minute mark of the game, which means that it's only like 1 or 2 minutes before we go into the late game, and it seems like ITCW is actually waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, ITCW, they know they just need to wait for the late game. But taking a look at the items once again, 1-1 is still 1 item less. She needs a Demon Hunter sword as well. He's already picked out the Chorus Sign. That's 2 of the vital items. And if you want that 1-1 to be even pop off, right, like win. But here comes another engage coming up from NUS.
There was a nice engagement by Benedetta. Alicto securing the kill there. But Lapu Lapu manages to secure the back line, and there you go. He wants Clint back, but Clint with that critical Berserker Fury. There you go. Clint's going to go down on the hands of Audio Bambi. Killing spree. There you go. Audio Bambi with that kill, and Zaman Force has been activated there by Harif. And they're going to secure the inhibitor that are up in the middle. But look at Win. Why is she engaging at that point of time? There was no support coming in. A Bristle Arrow hit, but Jawhead trying to save his teammates. And Selena is not going to engage further at that point of time. And it seems like, wow, this is it. Lord is up.
NUS found an opening. Zealot coming in very clutch at the last minute. Finding these pickups from the side of ITCW has been exponentially important coming up from side of NUS. And because of that one little team fight, right, you can see how the snowball starts to scale like into a huge avalanche, right? ITCW, they lose 3 turrets all at the same time. Now NUS securing the Lord is going to march all the way down. Don't forget, with the super minions and, you know, enhanced minions from the Lord, it's just going to have to be big. ITCW, they may be able to clear this, but they need to brace for impact.
Exactly, and you look at the bottom lane there. Lapu Lapu trying to clear that minion wave in the bottom so that they can push all 3 lanes at the same time, which means if they can do that, probably be a GG push. And here comes the onslaught coming in. Zaman Ford has been activated. There you go, Clint. They want Clint so bad. Clint is going to go down in the hands of Lapu Lapu, and that's it. They're going to go for that crystal. Lord is down, but it's 5 men against 1 crystals. No way the crystal is hanging on tight. So NUS win that one 2-0.
Yeah, that GG push at the very last minute, right? It's just basically like a calm before the storm.
Yep.
ITCW, they're bracing for impact, but the thing that they're holding on is just shaking because NUS, oh dear Lord, no pun intended, of course. Oh dear Lord, right? C coming in clutch with the Zaman Force will be able to sweep, and that's a lot of burst damage spread all throughout the board. LoveJ, he doesn't really have enough item to burst anyone down with the Meteor Shower. You can see the last desperation coming out from the side of ITCW. There's no way that they could defend the onslaught coming out from NUS.
Exactly, and kudos to Zealot as well with that Lapu Lapu.
Yes.
He knows that Clint is the main target.
Yes, that's right.
If you get Clint out, which means you're going to get this win. So he hits the Clint, and that's it. GG, NUS 2-0 win.
Yeah, and there's a lot of heroes that could dive, right? Zealot would be able to find that backline very easily because of the dashes, and he just generates a lot of shield as he does. Audio Bambi with a lot of iframes finds LoveJ, that's it, ends it off. But Auron is the one that's making sure ATCW stays alive because of the burst damage from Clint coming out, and the long range basic attack is definitely crucial to make sure NUS stay down. But I feel like NUS is just going to lawnmower all the way through. It's just very hard for ITCW. We talked about the late game, right? ITCW with the Meteor Shower should be able to wave clear very quickly, but it just takes that one crucial team fight that I pointed out, right?
Yeah,
ITCW,
exactly.
they got ganked upon. Yes, ITCW is forced to reset. They don't really lose a lot of members, but the damage is there.
Yeah.
NUS will be able to take 3 turrets in a row, push for that Lord, and just end the game like this.
Yep, exactly. That's very, very true. But at least for ITECW, they were playing better in the second game.
Yeah, they played better.
If you compare it to the first game, like first 2 minutes, it's like 5-0, 5-3 or something. But now they at least managed to push it almost to the late game. So again, like you say, it's still the group stages,
Yep.
so they can learn from their mistakes and be better.
Yep, of course. I feel like ITCW as well as SIM, they've got to look back into the drawing board because we already see some of the power rankings starting to show in terms of Group B. Of course, Group A is not being live streamed, so don't worry because last week we showed Group A, right?
Yep.
This week we'll be showing Group B. But hopping over to the side of NUS and NTU, my God, these two are very, very scarily strong teams.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, NTU, the battle of the unis.
I like the fact that
wrong.
I like the fact. No, I mean the rivalry between all the universities in Singapore has been very strong, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're bringing it all the way into esports as well.
Yeah.
And that's what turns out that drama. But of course, defending the championship is ITECC.
Yes.
All the way from ITE. So you got to give kudos to them, right? They are looking very strong. However, I'm looking very strong players from the side of NTU and NUS. You saw the MPL tag on Odia Bambi. That is Odia Bambi.
Okay, that's nice. And if I'm not wrong, there's one team as well. I think RP or TP Explorer.
Oh, Bento. Is it Bento? I can't remember.
Well, I kind of. It seems like his IGN is Sean for some reason.
No, Sean is the coach, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean is the coach, if I'm not mistaken. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, because of NUS, a clean sweep against ITCW, solid 2-0. ITCW did give NUS a bit of problem in the second game.
Yep, definitely.
But NUS was able to close it out very nicely, very cleanly. So coming up next is going to be a Murdoch University going up against Republic Poly. So it is the callers.
Yep, that's it. So when we come, we're going to go for a short break. And when we come back, we're going to go with the final game for this stream, the third game and the third series for today. So see you guys soon.
A lot of my painting is about movement. I really gravitated to the circle, and from the circle came the atom. It's like the center of everything, the universe, our biology, all of it. The atom is constantly in motion. We're introducing activewear. It's the best way I can represent with Uniqlo.
Welcome back, esports fans, to Campus Legends Season 3, Day number 2, Mobile Legends Bang Bang competition brought to you by SCOGA and Esports Academy. I'm Physicas, and with me I have Jace, my partner in crime. So we have been casting for the past 2 games. And alright, all this would not be made possible without our sponsors. So a huge thank you to our liveware partner Uniqlo for decking us out, making us look suave. And a PC partner, the one and only Legion by Lenovo. It's stylish beast and savage on the inside.
And of course, academic partners, it is Kaplan University and Murdoch University. You know, Physicas and I were talking about, hey, who's going to take this Lenovo Legion away? Unfortunately, we're not allowed that because that will be stealing, unfortunately.
Yep.
Vendor partner, of course, thank you very much, Hattonland. And other than that, and there's a lot of people supporting us on the back for Campus Legends, right? Especially in Season 3. Just to name a few, ladies and gentlemen, Republic Polytechnic, ITE, supporting partners as well with Muntan, NTU, CU Associates, National Youth Council, WeWatch, and Yup.gg.
Exactly, and speaking of which, this last game will be the battle of the academic partners. We have RP. We have RP going up against Murdoch University. So this is it, the battle of the academic partners.
Wow, I don't know whether you want to build that story along, right? That's a little bit of a sketchy side, but I mean, for me, may the best team win because we don't really have much information from these 2 teams. I have a bit of information from RP. Masarap used to be from RP. We saw that in tag IGN from the side of NUS. I think, he probably is a graduating member of Masarap. Masarap means delicious in Filipino, Tagalog, if I'm not mistaken. RP delivered the Masarap quite strongly, not only just in Campus Legends, as well in MPL, not just MPL, sorry, Singapore Mobile Legends Bang Bang scene. But yeah, so definitely have a bit of a hopes riding on top of RP. I don't have any much more information on Murdoch University, unfortunately.
The information I have for Murdoch University is this. Special shout out to Kaplan and Murdoch University for supporting Campus Legends, providing platform for their students to juggle education and esports at the same time. Now, they have an online open house on the 5th to the 10th of July online, due to COVID. So 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. to find out more about the courses they are offering. So for those of you guys who want to get a part-time course or, step up to the next level for the tertiary education, do go to their online open house 5th to 10th of July.
Yeah, and a lot of my friends that are graduating from O levels, right, asking me, hey, what do I do after that? Or even after, like Polytechnic or IITE, right, they're not too sure what to do, right? I feel like this virtual career fair is going to be very important.
Oh, yes.
You go over down there, you take a look at what you want to do, what's your job prospect is, and you basically study towards that way. And truth to be told, speaking about my personal experience, I used to study as an engineer.
Okay.
So I was an aeronautical engineer all the way throughout, and then suddenly I'm like, oops, I don't feel like doing engineering anymore because I did not actually go and study what on earth I'm going to be doing, and now I'm working in a separate industry. So you don't want to have like suddenly like midlife crisis happening like 20 years, like a few years earlier. So what are you guys waiting for? Head on down there and just talk to their friendly lecturers or be it the people at the booths right there to find out more about the courses, and they are more than happy to help you, guide you for your future.
Exactly. Now let's talk about the games coming up.
Oh yeah, that's
all right. So for the past 2 series, Jawhead Selena again. All right, and we're gonna keep talking about it again because they are just this combo wombo is just super amazing, and it's super dangerous, super annoying.
That's right.
So I think if let's say RP or Murdoch were to watch this live stream in the beginning, they'll be like, Jawhead Selena.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, we're heading into game very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on to your horses, hold on to your seats, because we're going to go into the game between Murdoch and RP.
All right, so this is going to be the final game for this stream here today. The final series,
That's
yes,
right.
the final series.
Well, you want to end it so early, huh?
No, I'm really hoping for these games to go to game number 3 because
That's
it has
right.
been two clean games,
Yes.
wins. So if this is going to go to game number 3, which, it's going to be good, for the viewers out there. So it seems like Yi, for the side of Murdoch, will be banned out, so we will not be seeing her.
At all.
Yep. And let's see what's going to be the ban coming in from
Your team
Republic Poly.
is
It's going to be
banning.
Popol and Koopa, which is a priority ban as of now.
I agree with the Popo and Pukupa ban. He's just so annoying. It's like a Selena, but I would say better in a sense because of that long, like 1 point click stun. As a Selena, you have to land down Abyssal Arrow, but Popo and Pukupa, you know, just click one button. That
Your
person's gonna
team
get
is
stun locked
banning.
over there, and that's it. You can just follow up with anything. The Jawhead should be banned out from the side of RP because it's too broken, or they can ban away that Selena. However, from the side of Murdoch, they'll be banning away the Chang'e instead. So Republic Polytechnic, and a bit of twist,
Always on the way.
they'll be banning a Mathilda instead.
Your team
Yep.
is
Now about this Chang'e, I believe that due to the recent patch, Chang'e has been nerfed.
Yeah, because of the recent item that the Radiant Armor kind of actually gives a bit of a magic resist. Not say magic resist, magic damage reduction against, you know, constant DPS coming out from mages. That's why you don't see Chang'e receive a bit of nerfs, but
Your
it's
team
okay
is
because
picking.
Murdoch doesn't really want to go for the Chang'e. They'll be going in with their Lunox now, giving over to the side of Republic Polytechnic. Jawhead and Selena is super open, but they're hovering around that Uranus.
Yes! Uranus!
boy.
I'm a Uranus player, so I will cheer on whichever team that's playing Uranus, and I believe this Uranus is going to be an off laner.
Your team is
Oh,
picking.
no, Republic Polytechnic, they pick up Baxia instead, and like I said, maybe this time around we would not be seeing any form of, you know, Jawhead Selena. This time around we're seeing the Battle of the Tanks. Republic Polytechnic picking up the Baxia and the Uranus. Uranus can cut waves very easily. The Baxia will be able to rotate around and basically deny that you know,
Your team
constant
is
region.
picking.
So it kind of cuts down the amount of heroes that Murdoch could play. But Murdoch will be locking in that grandeur as well as that Jawhead. Republic
Your
Polytechnic
team is
instead,
banning.
they'll be ending off with a Harif. So it's kind of clear how we're going to play, right? Murdoch University, they're going to go for the Jawhead in the mid lane. And also with the grandeur, and the Lunox is a bit flexible. Whereas on the side of Republic Polytechnic, the Harris definitely going to go for the gold lane. Uranus in the XP, and Baxia is better off, you know, rotating around the map
Exactly.
in the mid lane, trying to find those pickups, right?
Yep.
So Murdoch
Your
Public
team is
Republic
banning.
Polytechnic banning away that Cho.
So Joe is going to be out of the game, and let's see what's going to be the final ban coming in from Murdoch. They can actually ban a Hyper here.
That's right.
They can also ban an
They can ban away
Support.
the hypers. I feel like you should ban away the hypers because you already pick up the hypers for yourself. Might as well just limit that. The YSS ban is pretty good as well because we're talking about that. But instead, the Benedetta
Your
slip
team is
past
picking.
over our minds, including the players, and Murdoch University are like, hey, hold on a second, Benedetta's super open, let's take it away.
Yep, exactly. Benedetta is definitely a problem.
Your team is
Not say
picking.
early, but early, mid, and late as well. So it's a good ban, definitely. Now, looking at the side of Republic Poly, based on the draft, it seems like they are focusing on the late game.
RP, yes, they do have the late game insurance from the Harif. They have late game insurance on toss on the Uranus as well. But something I don't like coming out from Murdoch, right, is because they have a grandeur that's going to pop up in the early game, but Republic Polytechnic, they're just going to stack tanks upon tanks, right? They have Baxia,
Your
they
team
also
is
have the Uranus, but Murdoch, instead, they're going to respond with the Eudora to shut down the Harif, and the Alice as more of like a pseudo tank in the late game. Now, Republic Polytechnic will end the pick phase with a Bruno pickup.
I see. Now, looking at that, Republic Poly Luo Yi. Now, to mention, now she's been picked here. She's not been picked for the past, 2 series. But I know for a fact that Luo Yi is
Kind of strong.
a problem.
Loi is
Yeah.
very strong, right? The way that Murdoch University might want to try to engage, following up with Unstoppable Force, it's basically a free dispersion coming out from that Loi.
Yep.
So for the side of Murdoch University right now, they cannot pick fights in, when they're clumped up or in the choke point, and that's where the Loi will shine. Lay down the dispersion, lay down the rotation. That's gonna be big CC and big damage coming up from the side of Republic Polytechnic.
And there you go. Welcome to the Land of Dawn. This is the third game, the third series, the first game
Yep.
for today. Murdoch against Republic Polytechnic. It seems like both teams will be going for that 2-1-2. And they're going to cut this mini wave here down the bottom. So Lunox is going to be all alone. But Granger, look at that. He's trying to secure the orange buff. And both of these two tanky heroes is going to try to invade that. Now Granger is going to go down on the hands of Baxia. Talking about map awareness, seems like Murdoch didn't realize both of them were coming.
Yeah, Granger going down is going to put a bit of a problem over the side of Murdoch University. They lose that Granger in the early game, whereas you will notice how Ruin will be able to farm out very quickly. Now, Republic Polytechnic, they're going to press on the open wound. Not say press on to stop the bleeding, but just going to squeeze the blood out, right? They're going to bleed Murdoch dry. Mulberry, unable to secure a single buff right now, is going to be put all the way back. Now, take a look at the gold lead. Because of that, Republic Polytechnic is in the lead in the gold.
Yep, and you compare the two hyper carries there. Bruno is at level 3, whereas Granger is at level 1.
That's a big difference, right, going in. And the fact that Republic Polytechnic, they drafted Uranus up against a Lunox. That Lunox is not going to be scared against a Uranus, especially in the early and late. In fact, the Lunox will be able to burst the Uranus down. Uranus here, I would feel, he's more of a macro Uranus, right?
Yep.
Being able to try to cut the waves as much as possible, being a nuisance in the late game, you know, split pushing. Whereas, the side of Murdoch, I felt like the only way they can try to turn this around is to make sure that Alice farm out as quickly as possible. But the problem is that Alice, the Alice is going to run into Ferocic JR, which is a Harif, is going to do burst damage, especially in the mid game with the Zaman Force.
Exactly. Now it seems like the Granger is trying to secure that purple buff with the help of Granger, but the turtle will be, I guess it's going to be no contest here for Republic Poly, so they're going to secure. There you go, secure that one. Rhapsody has done a bit of damage at Depth. Sonata here trying to engage that. Baxia, he's going to go down with that basic attack alone, but look at Uranus at level 5. He is tanky, but not super tanky. Look at that. Darkening has been popped. Not Darkening, sorry. That's a basic attack from Lunox by Luo Yi, as I mentioned before, securing the kill for herself. So it's going to be 1-for-1 trade-off.
Yeah, you know, I was actually clinching a little bit, right? Like, I was clinching on my chair a little bit. It's like, okay. Lone Wolf has the dark part, and the rest, Mulberry and Carbon, they have the light part. And I like the fact that Lone Wolf is like going to run in. I'm going to spread the CCN damage to my team as well. And that's the problem that Republic Polytechnic is tossing over to Murdoch University. You want to fight clump up, there is a lawyer to make sure that you guys maintain social distancing. A bit of PSA to all of you guys out there. Alright, maintain social distancing and mask up. But how do you fight against Republic Polytechnic? They're scaling. They have a solid early game. Granger is supposed to be excelling in the early game, but he's falling behind.
Exactly. Now speaking of which, here comes Uranus going 1-on-1s with this Lunox. This is a sad flicker.
Oh.
She used that flicker trying to secure that kill with the darkening, but no.
You have no mana.
Avail. Yep. Exactly.
You have no mana.
There you go, Bruno secured the kill on that Jawhead. So 4-2 the scores now for Republic Poly 2 for nothing.
Yep, and we talk about how, you know, Ferocic Jr. will be able to just pop off in the mid-early game, pop the Zaman Force, and force Alice out of lane. Now, the longer the Alice stays out of lane, she's not going to get any form of passive, not in terms of the orb, so she's not going to scale. And that's the Republic Polytechnic answer over the Murdoch University late game draft. If your early game is a bit of problematic, but okay, big burst D damage coming up from Carbon, we'll be able to pick up the Dragon Master ultimate. It's so small until I cannot actually read it, but okay, this time around for Junior, they doesn't really have any mana, but
there you go, the battle of the magic heroes, and it seems like Harry is going to go down and the hands of the Blood Ode from Alice. Now Bruno managed to secure the second turtle of the game, so in terms of goal difference, it's now at 2k.
Yeah, it's a bit is starting to widen, right? But Murdoch picking up the top side is gonna help them in terms of gold lead. It's just gonna, you know, ease the pain a little bit. But Republic Polytechnic, take a look. Leverio is actually inside, just trying to just deny this orange buff away from Murdoch University. Then that's just beautiful, beautiful macro play.
Yep, exactly. Look at Lunox. I don't think she realized that Uranus is trying to get that orange buff, but hey, Cheetos. Try to relax a bit and get some Cheetos, you know, where we can. And she's trying to get that T1 turret down at the bottom, but you can see here Jawhead trying to open up the map for his teammates, but we see up in the middle, 2v1. There you go, Eudora with that stun. Flicker was used to escape. She saw that 3v1 coming in. She doesn't want to do anything about it, but here comes Lunox with that brilliance 2v1. The tanks trying to get the kill, but Lunox manages to escape. She's not going to engage any further.
Yeah, and the fact that, you know, Cheetos will be able to find the Uranus, but big damage coming up.
There you go. Again, Luo Yi, this is where she gets that fight in that small clumpy area, and because of that, 2 for nothing for RP.
Yeah, it's just so hard to deal with, right? From the side of Republic Polytechnic. You fight them in the choke point. The Luo Yi ultimate coming in just to try to escape, but the duality passive.
Oh, there was nice emotes coming in from Luo Yi. I did not know what exactly they were doing there. I think Luo Yi-
Exactly. Why?
they can actually secure a kill that one, but they managed to escape to further up in front. Now
Exactly. I was like, okay, you're supposed to try the ultimate away, but you ultimate right in the front, right in front of Mulberry, and you see Mulberry walking up into lane. You're like, oh hi.
Oh my god, I think the players will be like, oh sorry, my bad.
Wrong base.
Yep. So here you go, says I think this is the third turtle of the game here. And the first 2 turtle has been secured by RP, but it seems like Granger will start this. But it seems like both teams will converge. They will contest for this turtle, but it seems like RP will be securing this with no problem at all.
Yeah, Rose as well as the Luo Yi is just giving a lot of problems over there, but there we go. Republic Polytechnic, they're going to chase.
Again in that choky area where Luo Yi manages to engage the fight coming in for RP. 3 players has gone down. Well, they are looking at number 4. Look at Bruno. Bruno's trying to escape and clear the wave at the same time. He is there, but look at that Lunox with that brilliance. Will she pop that darkening? I don't think so. But look at that. Okay, ejector was used to actually save Lunox instead of engaging Bruno.
Yeah, and it's just how Republic Polytechnic is really stalling on top of Murdoch University, right? Murdoch University, there's no answer. They fight in choke points. That's not exactly what you want to do. And the worst part is your early game advantage is already gone. You drop an early game hero instead, but he'll be able to pick up the Dragon Master Ultimate instead.
Exactly, ejector has been used on Uranus, which is a bit wasted, but look at that. Uranus surprisingly secured a kill on Lunox, which is not supposed to happen.
I mean, at this rate, right, Republic Polytechnic, they'll be able to do absolutely everything. They're just stalling. Leverio will be able to cut the wave very quickly, and you can see how the clump out mid lane, right? You have the Atlas, you have Mulberry, as well as Carbon. They're just stuck in one lane trying to absorb all that gold. That's not exactly a very good place to absorb that gold because you're behind in gold lead, you're behind in the items, you don't really have any damage at all. It's not a very good idea to start clumping up as a 4-man right now.
Yep, exactly, and seems like Murdoch is still engaging into unnecessary fights, you know?
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that Murdoch University will be able, because you want to talk about the side laners, right? Cheetos requires some form of protection, whereas the side, Alice should be able to lane on his own safely, right? But he's going up against a Harif that's already popping off in the mid game. He has Zone Force and that's it. The Alice has to run away. And now Republic Polytechnic is just like, securing map dominance all throughout, just taking a look at the items in fact. The only crazy items I see is the Harif with that Thunderbelt.
Yep, exactly, and Lord has gone down on the hands of Republic Poly, so which means they have the 6th man on the team, which is the Lord. They are trying to engage this purple buff. They managed to steal that one. I'm guessing they are waiting for the Lord to actually get the GG push.
Yeah, and now Republic Polytechnic is just another day in the office. Joe will land the Unstoppable Force on top of Lirino instead. That's not exactly the target that you're looking for. There's no form of heart, and there is a form of heart engage coming outside of Murdoch University, but they're not committing.
Yep, exactly, but look at Luo Yi, she's...
Red team hero
Stalin.
What's up?
Stalin in style. He Dragon Master Ultimate wears that Unicorn Blazer. He's like, yep, I'm going on in. Who cares?
Oh man, that was okay. All right, so we still have Lord coming in up the top.
5v5 right now.
Yep, 5v5 right now instead of 6v5. So they're gonna engage the Lord, but it seems like Team Republic Poly, they're trying to split push her up the bottom and the mid.
And well, that Lord was wasted, but Republic Polytechnic, they're Stalin. Not too sure what Dragon Master Ultimate is thinking about. Just to basically incite fear A little bit.
Exactly, Brilliance has been activated by Lunox. Now she's trying to get that pop with that Darknet, but look at Baxia, super tanky. He's gonna go down, but Granger's gonna that kill. But then again, Inhibitor Turret down the bottom is gonna go down. Look at Uranus being in the front line, trying to save, but Bruno trying to clean that up, but nice ejector by Jawhead. Oh, there you go, Louis and Zaman Force. Is this going to be the GG push? Just one minion. Inhibitor to the up in the middle. It's still up and running. But look at that. 2v1 Uranus is hitting the crystal. They want to get their first win, and they will get it. Republic Poly, the Uranus is the MVP.
Uranus doesn't care, I think. You can see how the Jawhead is like focusing on top of Harif. But the Uranus is actually doing all the legwork. He's just lapping on the core. And the core is like going down, and the Jawhead is like a little bit confused, like, who do I protect right now? Who do I hit right now? But I mean, it's just all boils down to execution, right? From the side of Republic Polytechnic, the execution is solid.
Exactly.
Sending the Baxia as well as the Uranus, sending Levy as well as Rose all the way down to the bottom side to deny Cheetos, because Cheetos will scale out of control if you allow him. He's the first one to scale, mind you. Alice, not that late game Alice that we all love and scare. And Mulberry, my god, he's basically denied of his farm, and he can't do a single thing. Take a look at the level difference between Ruin and Mulberry. That's a 5 level difference.
That's huge.
Huge.
For a carry hero that used to deal a lot of damage
In the early game.
in the early game, that's, oh my god, that's,
Because he was constantly being shoved out by Rose as well as Levy. And it just shows how much, Republic Polytechnic is very aggressive, styling on top of Murdoch University. You see so many times where Checker Master Ultimate just... I think the last time he casted it out, right, I think he casted all the way into the enemy base.
oh man.
Yeah, that's why he died.
Yeah, that was surprising to me, to be honest. That's the first time I've seen it. But now, RP is up by 1. Okay, I would say it's not a close game.
It's not.
It's not a close game. So in terms of for Murdoch University, right? I gotta ask this again. If you're the captain for Murdoch University,
How come I'm a captain for ITCW and a captain of Murdoch University? Wow.
what will you say to your teammates? So this is it. It's either you lose this one or you push it to game 3. So this is important for you. So what are you gonna say?
It's only group stage. That's all I would say. I mean, that's it. It's only group stages. You can make these mistakes for now, but I mean, points is very important, right?
Yep.
And of course, back to the drawing board. RP is just being super aggressive in the early game.
Yep.
I feel like Murdoch University is going into second game, right? They need to try to protect the Granger at all costs. You have double gangs going at the bottom side. Murdoch University, they saw Republic Polytechnic is just ganking, cutting waves at the bottom lane. It's gonna rotate to the jungle creep and then find you at the orange buff. So maybe what Mulberry should have done is to just give up the orange buff, just go over to the purple buff and try to just stay away from there.
Okay, so now let's talk about Luo Yi. It seems like for every single team fight, she has been the main initiator for the fight, right? So
can say
is
that.
she ban-worthy?
Luo Yi is not ban-worthy yet. You
Okay.
ban away Luo Yi, right? You open up to even more. The Mathilda, you open up to a lot more. Luo Yi is still technically okay to handle. You don't fight in choke points. You can see how Murdoch University is constantly handshaking fights in the jungle, in very tight places where they have no way. Just one dispersion that's just like the whole lane being choked up, right? So, what Murdoch University could have done. I always like the Farsa. The Farsa is so good, especially with the long range engage. It wasn't banned out menu, and it also has the early game advantage because of the wing by wigs. You can be able to flank around, assist that grandeur, assist the early game, and then you deal a ton of damage in the late game. In fact, Farsa was quite well used in MSC at the later parts of MSC.
I see. So Farsa can be an option as well,
Yep.
which
You need long range.
long range, yeah, especially when you are coming in from behind.
That's right.
You need to engage from the back line to the front line. So you're right. I mean, Farsa with that feathered airstrike is really helpful. Or Sicilian as well.
Sicilian, yeah, you can stack all the way to late game, but if Murdoch University in that previous game draft, right, they already have Analyst.
Yep.
If you want to double down on late game, you have to jolly well, try to delay as much as possible. But, Sicilian in the early game, if you want to fight against a lower E, it's going to be a bit problematic, you see. Because it's going to take a long time to farm up. But the longer you drag the game on, it's going to be beneficial. So Murdoch University has to find a way to allow the Alice and the Sicilian to scale all the way to the late game. But Republic Polytechnic, they are very aggressive. So I feel like Murdoch University has to answer. They need an answer to that aggression.
All right. Sweet. So this is it. This is for RP and Murdoch University, which means that will we see a 2-0 clean win? Or will we force the first three, the
For
third
today.
game for today?
Third game and the last game for today, right?
Yep.
There's never a better place to put a game number 3. But you know what? I mean, it's just all boils down to execution, right? At this rate, I don't feel the draft really matters. Yes, the draft does matter a little bit, but if you don't know how to use that draft to the best of your abilities, you won't be able to do anything out of it. Because you see how, I mean, I think it's Murdoch University with the Jawhead, right? Constantly unstoppable force on top of Levy.
Yep.
On top of Uranus. What's the Uranus gonna do? He's gonna
yeah,
laugh at you,
exactly.
right?
Yep.
You're gonna unstoppable force me? Sure. You toss me all the way back into your teammates? Sure. I'm just gonna, ionic blades all around you. I'm gonna slow you down. I'm gonna create so much havoc in the back line. So Murdoch University, I feel like if you want to pick the Jawhead, sure. Find the Bruno. You have to find and eject the Bruno. In fact,
Exactly,
they
yep.
did like 1 or 2. But most of the times I see the unstoppable force being casted on top of the Uranus, which okay, questionable.
All right, we are still waiting for the players to get ready. I think Murdoch University probably. Okay, so we'll probably go for a short break.
That's right.
We'll wait for the players to get ready for a bit, maybe get a bit of a drink and team discussion. So
Yep.
we will come back. So stay with us soon. Welcome back, esports fans, to Campus Legends Season 3, day number 2, Mobile Legends Bang Bang competition brought to you by SCOGA and Esports Academy. I'm Physicast, and with me I have Jace. And finally, Jace, you have your co-caster with you. Same with me. Murdoch University. Now, speaking of which, just now, the first game for Murdoch University and RP won that one. So we're going to go into the draft lobby for the second game, which potentially can be the last game or the third game for today.
Yeah, I feel like it's all hands on deck from the side of Murdoch University. That's why suddenly, boop, another koala comes in. I mean, you need more hands on deck this time round if Republic Polytechnic is to go on once again with that, very aggressive draw. So you need a 6-member.
Yep, exactly. And there you go. The koala is there to help out. Now, it seems like Republic Poly is going with the priority bans on the Popul and Cooper and Matilda Yves. So we will not be seeing Yves for today.
No Yves
and
at
let's
all.
see who's going to be the last ban for the first phase. It's going to be Chang'e.
Still standard. It's the same pick bans currently. Chang'e not the most important bans, right? You open up the ban data, you can actually, if you want to toss some weirdness into the draft, you can always ban out the Grandeur because Grandeur is usually being sought off. But the Selena and the Jawheads once again priority pick, but it is Republic Polytechnic going back to the comfort picks, which is Levy's Uranus.
Uranus, and that is going to be their first offlaner of the draft. And let's see, Murdoch with the first. I find it this. I mean, they can actually draft Uranus. I was actually distracted with you playing the koalas here.
Cute! I'm sorry, can we give him a headset, please? I think he wants to talk too.
Oh my god, and it seems like on the side of Murdoch, the first 2 picks will be carry as well. Oh, that carry is a counter pick for Uranus, and Lunox will be secured by Murdoch.
Yeah, in fact, both of these 2 picks are counters against Uranus, right? You have bursty damage, magic damage in the form of that Lunox. You have the carry with the Shred in terms of the HP as well, but it seems like Republic Polytechnic is going to double down. They're going to go for almost the same picks. I'm not surprised if they go back for the Bruno once again, right?
Yep, if it...
And the Loi.
Yep.
Oh, no!
Your team is picking.
Oh, this is the first time we're seeing Freya.
Freya.
I've seen Freya with a Retribution. But I don't think this is the case.
Sorry, I'm consulting Koala right now.
Alright, let's see who's going to be the pick for Team Murdoch. It's going to be Tigreal,
team
which
is
is,
banning.
I would say, one of the best tanks of, for last season.
Yeah, in fact, this Tigreal is going to work very well against Republic Polytechnic, right? If you notice how Freya, the Bugs here, as well as the Tigreal, right? As well as the Uranus, right? They like to congregate onto one person. And if the Tigreal is there, just one-click implosion, you deny all these 3 members from diving in. So I like this pick coming out from Murdoch University, and just the best part is you can be able to push, Republic Polytechnic away. Now Murdoch banning away the Grandeur is exactly what I said about before we actually head into the pick-up bans proper. Denying that pick away, but it's like one of these things I was talking about. Banning out picks that doesn't make sense means that Republic Polytechnic, they're more confident in their draft and they're poising for the win.
Exactly, and there you go, last one that Layla has been banned. So it seems like Nana will be picked on the side of Murdoch. Final last 2 picks on the side of Republic Poly is going to be YSS, and will Selena here be picked?
I feel like the YSS is going to get countered by the Nana. Nana with the Molina's Kiss will be able to turn him into I don't know, is that a koala as well? I'm not too sure. Shout out to Royal Murdoch University once again. But it's just someone being impossible. But that YSS does have a CC immunity after he dashes, so not too sure what to feel about this as of yet. But Republic Polytechnic seems like they're going to go for a very tanky, build. They have the early game. I feel like it is going to be it's a Baxia to roam once again as a roaming tank. Freya to the gold lane. Your Uranus at the top at the XP lane. Whereas Murdoch University, they're going to double down. They were hovering around the Alice early on, but now they're going to go for the Marsha. We talk about invades, right? Coming out from the side of Republic Polytechnic. So it's up to Murdoch. I don't know why I just instinctively pointed at the koala. It's so cute. I cannot. The Marsha is there to basically provide that split push, right?
Yep.
To provide that aggressive early jungling, because we've seen some, Marsha is doing very aggressive invades during MPL Singapore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe that's the strategy coming in, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're my co-caster.
All right, but here's the thing though. The Marsha just now, her
Mhm.
battle spell is actually flicker.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, if isn't it better if she's using arrival?
I would say execute. Arrival means that you're going to be prioritizing and split pushing, but a flicker is more of a more versatile battle spell. But here we go.
Here we go, and there is it. Welcome to the land of Dawn. We have Republic Poly against Murdoch, where Republic Poly it's up by 1 game. So it seems like we are going to focus up the top, and yet again, deja vu.
Yep.
Uranus and Baxia will cut this minion wave up the top, which means they're going to go for the orange buff. There you go.
Yep, and of course, this time around, Murdoch University, they're adapting on the fly. Orange buff will get secured by Mulberry at the very last minute retribution. And there we go. We talked about this, right? We talked about how, you gotta protect Mulberry at all costs. You can see how Lone Wolf is there constantly throughout. Nice dash coming out from Mulberry, dodging away that arrow.
Yep, exactly. It seems like Republic Poly will be going for the aggressive strategy yet again. We're going to focus here now at the bottom lane. Freya is trying to get that Beetle jungle there, and she's going to clear probably the bottom wave. Uranus is going to go one-on-ones against Marsha. How do you feel about this matchup?
In the early game, it's going to be Murdoch scratching Levy in the early game, but that Marsha is going to... The Marsha is not there just to counter the Uranus, right? The Marsha is there just to counter, invade as well as split push as hard as possible. So it's very vital for Levy to basically try to cut the waves as much as possible. Whereas Dragon Master Ultimate, he's going to get countered by the Nana. So that Nana pick though, yes, it might be a little bit weird, but you cannot deny this very particular puppet that's going to chase after any form of assassins.
Exactly, and there you go. Flicker has been used by Marsha trying to escape that fight coming in from Uranus. Now he realizes that there's no minions to help him out. Now he's trying to actually cut the wave yet again up top. Freya is going to be all alone here. Lunox is hiding in the bushes. So there you go. Level 3 for both. Freya is going to get her level 4 first. There you go. And Lunox is still at level 3, trying to poke her with that basic attacks.
Yeah, at the same time, bit of pandemonium happening at the top side. There we go. Lone Wolf is the actual defender coming out from Mulberry.
There you go, first blast secure there by Uranus, which is actually far down up top, but look at that, 2v2 coming in. Trapped there by Selena, manages to dash through the wall. That was a nice escape, but look at how tanky Uranus is. Going up one-on-ones against Mulberry. Oh man, that was actually... Well, if you say 1v1, Carry's supposed to win that fight, but look at Uranus, super tanky there.
Yeah, okay, I feel like, Cheetos probably needs to pay attention when he's backing off because, Furiostic JR is going to jump right on top of you, right under the turret. You're not even safe under your turret. But this boils to one thing, right? Republic Polytechnic, we see a lot of invades coming around. This time around, Murdoch is adapting towards the defensive style, trying to defend Mulberry as long as possible, but Republic Polytechnic though, they have Ruin who is basically farming out. Look at the level, 6, 2, 2, 4 right now.
There you go, that was a nice Abyssal Arrow, cleaning up crew with the Ionic Age there. Uranus is going to be... Oh, here comes the game. It's going to be 3v3. Baxia coming in with that Rolling Stone. There you go. The minion wave will cut each other out. And it seems like both teams will retreat and regroup. Brilliance has been activated by Lunox. It's going to be 2v1. So she's not going to pop the Darkening as of now. But YSS has been quiet so far.
Yeah. Okay, the ultimate Mountain Shocker will land on top of Nana. I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is, right? It's just that lucky shot coming out from the side of Ruin. But in terms of the late game, I'm actually more concerned about Republic Polytechnic because they have very tanky heroes. Rose, as well as Levy is going to be that very aggressive late game, but okay, Flicker actually will be able to catch.
Yep, so she secured a kill, but it's going to be 2v1. Mulberry is pricing low here. I don't think Freya is going to come out alive. And there you go. That was a nice, tanky support save there by that Tigreal and leaving that the kill for Carry to clean up. Flicker has been used by Marsha to escape. Look at that flame shot, misses. I believe that's from Selena. Abyssal Arrow misses as well. It seems like it's going to be 2v1 up top. Minion Wave starting to push in. And there you have it. The second turtle is out in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Carbon will be able to, rush check with the Molina's Kiss just a little bit, but the Selena arrow catches one member. Brilliance will be popped as well.
Brilliance is going to be 4v1. Look at that damage sustained by Baxia. But here comes Selena with that. Sacred Hammer was used just to stop Selena on her tracks, which is a pretty wasted ulti for me. But she secured the kill on the Selena, but Uranus securing the important kill on the carry.
Yeah, the carry is down, which means that, the side of Republic Polytechnic can seek to push the turret down as well as the turtle. Murdoch University right now, they're trading objectives right now. Masha has to try to become that split pusher, that crazy split pusher, right? Abusing the fact that Levy is actually joining the team fight against Murdoch. You can see how hard Masha shoved that lane.
Yep, exactly. Now we're going to focus here Masha against Uranus yet again up top. Seems like Uranus is getting the best of Masha at this point of time, but the second turtle of the game is going to be secured there by YSS. So 2 turtles secured by YSS. Here comes the Lunox again with that brilliance so early, and there's no onslaught coming in from Republic Poly.
Yeah, Republic Polytechnic, they baited the Brilliance away, so that's a big win already. So Murdoch University, they lose that one of that crucial ultimates, right? But I don't like it, the fact that, Cheetos, he's still super aggressive. He doesn't really have the ultimate for the Darkening Array, try to get up, but he was going to get taken down by Furistic JR.
There you go, Uranus yet again against Masha. But here comes YSS. He tries to engage, but he realized Tigreal was there, so he's afraid that he's going to get ambushed. He's going to retreat up in the middle lane where his teammates is waiting, and hopefully oh, there was a nice Abyssal Arrow and an Abyssal Trap combo. She's going to go down. Selena with that Top Gun aim.
Yeah, and it's just so annoying, right? Murdoch University, they're playing Matrix. They have to dodge every single bullet, they have to dodge every single arrow, and flame shot as well. So that's something that and not to forget, Ruin with the first kill, but okay, big ultimate coming out.
There you go, it's going to be a team fight. Lunox with that Darkening, can she save her teammate? Surprisingly, Nana couldn't escape that even with a double life and double kill. YSS, seems like YSS with the Mountain Shocker opening up the map. Lunox will survive that one, but YSS is finally getting online in the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, he's level 11, he's already have the BOD, he's building towards the endless battle. The carry only has the Golden Staff, not the Endless Battle, and he's gonna go for the Demon Hunter Sword. So it's not the dishy dashy kind of carry, right? To proc the Endless Battle passive as much as possible. This is a fighter carry, just gonna toss the Light Wheels as quickly as possible and proc that as much as possible. That's why I was seeing a lot earlier just now, right? Mulberry should have dashed to try to proc the Endless Battle because I expected him to build that way, but no, he actually did not.
Alright, so it seems like it's going to be an invade coming in from the purple buff. Baxia with the initiation. Here comes the support coming in. There you go. Tigreal trying to save his teammates, but here comes the onslaught coming in from YSS. Blood Flush securing the double kill on the carry. Now he's trying to secure this T2 turret up in the middle. Nana doesn't want anything to do with that. She's gonna retreat by YSS. He wants it so bad. He got it. He got the godlike. And why not? Let's just push the top button if you can.
Yeah, I mean, Ruin is 706. It's been farming out of control in the early game. Levy and Rose just provided so much space, and not to mention Dragon Master Ultimate, right?
Yep.
He's just also providing the traps, making sure that Murdoch stays in their base and not to disturb him at all in the farm. Mulberry is actually at the bottom side, but okay.
Alright, seems like Uranus is melting a bit there.
Yep.
With that carry. So carry is trying her best to get her items as soon as she can because they are looking at probably the game 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just very hard for Murdoch University, you gotta admit. Not all hands on deck right now. Even the hands is a little bit unstable going up against Republic Polytechnic because the aggression is true coming out from the side. Look at Levy, look at Rose, just jumping on top of Mulberry, just ensure that he doesn't stay.
Oh, there you go. Sacred Hammer has been used. The Implosion, sorry, has been used by Tigreal, securing that, 2 tanks, and Kerry came in with the cleanup, but Uranus coming in to kill for his own. YSS is on fire! 808 KDA, and they're gonna start pushing the mini wave down up top. Double kill, Nana goes down. 3 of the heroes are in the bottom lane. Are they gonna be pushing this crystal? I think it's gonna go down. There you go. Republic Poly will be getting the 2-0 clean win for today.
Yeah, the aggression is a little bit too hard for Murdoch to actually handle, right? Yeah, the call out is a little bit sad, I would say. How do you fight against a YSS that is just going ham? For the first 3 minutes, you don't really see him at all. It is usually the Baxia, it's the Uranus, and the Selena is just rotating around the map, just dishing a lot of damage, dishing a lot of, aggression against Mulberry. Now, Mulberry picked carry, which can be good in the late game, but the YSS got there first.
Yep.
He has the BOD, he has the Endless Battle, he's going to burst anyone down almost instantly. Taking a look at the items right now, he did in BOD, Demon Hunter Sword just in case for more attack, more basic attack and also sustain. And then you have the BOD. He's gonna burst down every single one. In fact, he's gonna go for the Queen's Wing as well. So more damage, more survivability. It's just very hard.
Yep, exactly. And when you look at Ruin with that YSS, 36% hero damage done. So that's a mark of a true hyper carry there with no deaths.
No deaths. Like, it's... Yes, the side of, Murdoch University, they have a Nana. I talk about it. This Nana will try to seek to stun up, not say stun up, to crowd control Ruin as well as Dragon Master Ultimate, right? But yeah, it's just nothing that I could say. And Cheetah's also constantly getting shut down by the side of Levy and Rose. It's just this aggression, for Mobile Legends Bang Bang, right? We're talking about aggression. And it seems like, the aggression of Republic Polytechnic really paid well. There's a bit of bodyguarding happening on the side of, Murdoch University in the form of Lone Wolf. But it's a little bit too late.
Yep, exactly. But it is still not too late because, like what you said, it's still the group stages.
It's just a group stage.
Yep.
It's just a bad dream for the time being. But, this group stage does shows us a lot of things. And for all the different, teams that we see today, it's always the aggressor that wins.
Yep.
And that's the part that we would need to highlight.
Exactly. So let's go to the brackets for today, and we will recap the games that has been played. So this is today's Group B. Let's focus on Group B first. So NTU, 2-0 win. Okay, for today, and which means that they have a 2-0 top of the table together with tie-up with NUS 2-0 and also RP. So we have a 3-way tie. And SP is going to be 0-1, Murdoch 0-2, ITE College West 0-2, SIM 0-2.
Yeah, but over this Group A, don't forget, I know we stream Group B for today, so if you guys want to catch more action coming up from Group A, do tune in for our next week's stream.
Yep.
Last week we streamed Group A. I mean, it's fair. It's only fair to feature them one by one.
Yep.
Take a look at all the way up top. TP, SIT, as well as ITCC. ITCC is the current defending champion for Campus Legends in Season 2.
Yep.
It's no big surprises. I would be surprised if they actually drop a single game right now, but they're still looking very strong in the top 3, like what you said, a 3-way tie. Followed by that is ITCE at 1-1, NYP at 1-1, SMU 0-2, NP at 0-2, Kipling at 0-2.
Yep. So again, this is still the group stages for the games, and yeah. And let's recap a bit on the games that we had today. We had first game SIM against NTU. NTU won 2-0 clean. And then game 2, ITECW versus NUS. NUS won 2-0 clean. And last, definitely not the least, RP with the 2-0 win against Murdoch.
Yeah, and it just all boils down to exactly what I mentioned, right? The 3 teams that won for today in today's stream showed hyper aggression. I'm not just saying about aggression, hyper aggression. And US in particular is the one that showed a lot more aggression as compared to the 2 other teams that I see.
Yes, agreed.
But it is, I feel like NTU as well. They're not lacking behind in terms of hyper aggression as well. I will feel like they're more aggressive, but I would say reckless.
Exactly. Yep. Sweet. And then just to highlight a bit just to recap, some of the highlights we have today is, of course, NTU with a huge win, and then Odia Bambi,
Yep.
pro player
Indeed.
representing NUS. So that's definitely a highlight for today.
Yep.
And of course, the battle of the academic partners, which RP came out on top.
Yep, and of course, it all boils down to, it's just, I know I'm just basically repeating myself, right? It's so fast-paced in Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Anyone that actually secures the early game is definitely going to secure the late game and the early and mid game. And there's not a lot of turnaround factor. There's not a lot of comeback factors in Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Unfortunately, UK have insurances, but these insurances, such as heroes like Alice, the Harith, they take some time. So even as Sicilian as well, I've seen someone, right, hold on for so long, allow that Sicilian to pop, and they're just busy defending all 3 bases, and they came back with the Sicilian. It's possible, but it's difficult.
Yep. All right. So I guess that's it for today. But before we go, like I mentioned again, all this would not be possible without our sponsors and partners. So a huge thank you to Uniqlo with this swag get up.
Yep.
Comfortability meets style, and of course our PC partner Legion by Lenovo, stylish outside, savage on the
I
inside.
call dips. I call dips.
And of course, academic partners.
Academic partners, Kaplan University and Murdoch University, thank you very much for actually helping us out. And venue partner in Hatton Land. Now, Murdoch University does have a career fair upcoming. In fact, Physicast has actually talked about, I almost called you Physicast again. Physicast has actually spoken about it, so do check out their virtual, career fair for you guys, especially, for people that are tuning in. Most of them are actually tertiary unique education. They're going through, polytechnic and even IT as well. It's best to look for the future to secure a better, bright future as well.
Exactly. So I think that's it for us today. I'm Physicast,
and my name is Jace. Thank you very much for joining us. If you want to catch Physicast, where do they find you?
well, they can find me at my Facebook, which is Physicage. But they can find me on
Haven't changed
Instagram,
it yet?
Physicast. Yeah, it can be a
why?
Physicast or Physicage, but there's only one Physi, I would say.
I don't know why am I laughing like that, but anyways, thank you very and my name is once again Jace. You can find me on Jace Casts or Jace Cast because Instagram doesn't allow me to add ads. I bet you try to add ads as well, right?
I am. I miss that S.
Same, exactly. So we gotta have to start with Physicast and Jace Cast as well. But thank you very much for joining us.
All right, and we will see you guys next week, same time on a Sunday. See ya.
A lot of my painting is about movement. I really gravitated to the circle, and from the circle came the atom. It's like the center of everything, the universe, our biology, all of it. The atom is constantly in motion. We're introducing activewear. It's the best way I can represent with Uniqlo.